Well, my mistake. We've been so busy. Thank you, Simone. That's my fault there. We've been so busy keeping track of what's going on here with the NBA draft rolling on and the big trade today. It's a drive, guys. Thanks for being with us. Also, we're a little weary from the overtime last night, right, Trapes? We stayed on the air last night to bring you the Kings pick, which didn't excite a lot of people, but the more we think about it, not to speak for Drapes, the more solid that pick becomes. But, of course, Kings fans today wondering what is going on with news of the big trade. Davion Mitchell, Sasha Vezenkov, and pick number 45 today on their way to the north, to Toronto.
And another pick, too, right? Is that I heard it's 2 second-round picks last I checked. Yeah, future really? Future second-round pick.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
2 players and 2 picks for what? A guy to average 3 points a game last season? So,
he 3.4 points, 1.6 rebounds, Jalen McDaniels. He's got some length, though. Last night, all we heard about and all I saw on Twitter today from unhappy Kings fans was, it's another small guard, It's another small guard. So now you got some length, Jalen McDaniels. Wingspan, baby.
Man, I like your optimism. I like your excitement. You know, and this is a move that accomplishes 2 things. Clearing some cap space.
Right.
Gives you more flexibility, but also you take a flyer on this guy. You know what I mean? Maybe he can turn into something.
Yeah.
You know, maybe an 8th man, 9th man, or something like that. This, to me, sets up another move. This is the precursor to the bigger move. You know what this is, Whitey? You ever been to fireworks shows?
I have.
You have. They never come out with the big bang right off the jump.
Never.
You know, they warm you up, a couple of little pew, pew, pew.
Some nice stuff.
Yeah, and then they hit you with the boom, you know? And so that's what's happening right now. This is the precursor to something bigger.
I am getting a little nervous, truth be told, about our fireworks analogy, because I thought, and I think you said this, but I know I said it, I thought there would be some last night. And there was one kind of Roman candle, you know, with the picks. That's cool. That's good. Is that it? Yeah. So a solid pick. I didn't realize. Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Drapes. I didn't know there was another pick thrown in. I was thinking the way I read this pick was that this trade, I should say, was that Toronto was willing to help out the Kings with the salary issues, but they weren't crazy about Davion, Sasha. So they're like, we need a sweetener.
Yeah, you had to sweeten it. You had to sweeten it.
Now more sweetener? I mean, that's a lot of sweetener, pick number 45. Although maybe that's because this draft was so weak, you know?
Yeah. 45. In the weak draft,
which
coming
we're
up
approaching.
Here, huh? Yeah, we're at 40 right now.
Maybe the Kings needed to add a little something on top of that something in order to get
this is
done.
The reverse Zach LaVine. You know what I mean? Like if you're Sacramento, you know, if the Bulls are going to dump Zach LaVine, you probably got to sweeten it with more than just the player because it's a salary dump. You know, it's a lot to give up for just Jalen McDaniels, though. Let's keep it real. I mean, the move wasn't just for Jalen McDaniels.
Right.
You know, it's you give up 2 players, and I'm talking about 2 NBA caliber players, too. I know Sasha didn't have a great season, but he's an NBA caliber player. He'll figure it out. Same thing with Davion. And you give up 2 picks? That's a lot to give up for Jalen McDaniels. What do you got? You got something?
Well, just a few more details on that additional second rounder. Sean Cunningham reports, Simone passing this along. Portland's 2025 second round pick is also going to Toronto. You know, the thing that I get frustrated on with these trades is we're talking about Jalen McDaniels. As you said, the Kings take a flyer on him. I mean, obviously his brother's a good player.
Yeah.
And he's a good defender. You never know with these trades whether the Kings really like him or if it's a matter of the salaries match and he's the guy. You know, it's frustrating.
Yeah. Like, did they look at Toronto's roster and say, all right, we'll take this guy, you know?
Nothing
or
against him.
Did they target him?
Right.
I don't know. I think one thing, you know, what they accomplished is, you know, more wing length. You know, that's what we've been harping on all offseason. They need to get wing length. And I don't know if this guy is the answer, but between him and Devin Carter last night, we are a longer team today than we were yesterday this time.
You want a Bronny update?
Yeah, you got something?
I do. Rich Paul is calling teams, telling them not to draft Bronny or he'll leave for Australia.
No way. Who said that? Shams?
This is Legion Hoops on Twitter.
I doubt that would happen. Australia? Come on. I can't see that.
Professionally,
but
don't pick him. We're warning you.
But Bronny is probably the only. Well, I guess Trace Jackson Davis did that with Golden State a year ago. Remember? It was, he told teams, not to draft him, and then he got into the situation that he wanted. Mm-hmm. I was going to say Bronny's probably the only second-round pick to ever dictate where he's going to go. Like, nope, I don't want you to pick me, that kind of thing. But he has that kind of power.
If you can do it, good for you. That's the way it's done if you have any kind of clout.
Are you upset the Kings don't have that pick? 45 to go get a Bronny?
Well, initially I was disappointed. Not about Bronny.
Oh, not Bronny. Okay.
But I like the guy from USF, but he was the first pick in the second round.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan Mobo.
Yeah. Yo, you were a Mobo guy.
Yes, big time.
Okay.
But then, whoosh, and I think Toronto got him too, by the way.
Did they?
They had the first pick in the second round.
Yeah, I thought Toronto won this trade with the Kings. All they gave up was Jalen McDaniels. He wasn't in the rotation. And they get two guys, and I'm not saying they're going to, help them win a title or advance, but they got two rotation guys and two future second-round picks. And so, to me, this is a win for Toronto. I need to see Monty's next move to determine how I truly feel about it. Do you use the cap space that you created, the full mid-level now that you can use? Do you go out there and sign somebody? Do you still make a trade to absorb more salary coming back now? I don't know. I got to see what happens with Monty.
When we, over the course of the last several weeks since the season ended, as we were going over options for the Kings, we've talked about, and we're still talking about, players they could trade for. Mm-hmm. We also talked about guys that maybe you could get with that full MLE. To me, the full MLE guys I was a lot more comfortable with them. And in some ways, they were more exciting.
Yes.
Because the other guys, the big names, it's like, well, you can only get this guy because he's got a bad deal or he's hurt, something like that.
I hear you.
There are some really good players available. So, yeah, if this sets you up to make a run at a really good player with your full MLE, that is going to be, I think, a real positive move for the Kings. But again, with the CBA, there's still, depending on the length of the contract, there's still hoops you got to go through. Even if you get under it and you spend the whole MLE, it's difficult staying under it. I don't pretend to understand it, but that would be, I think, a great move. The thing here about the trade, as you say, it's a great trade for Toronto. I have to think, my read on this, please tell me if you disagree.
Yeah.
I know I never have to tell you.
I know, I probably will, but go ahead.
It tells me that maybe the rest of the league didn't value Davion and Sasha the way we think they should be valued.
100%, right? Like,
yeah.
Basically, no offense to those guys.
Exactly.
But we gave them away for a bag of chips, basically, no offense to Jalen McDaniels, but he's unproven. There's a reason he didn't work out in Philly. There's a reason why Toronto wanted to move. And the most you could get for Davion and Sasha and 2 seconds is Jalen McDaniels. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you're right.
And salary relief.
And salary cap relief. So, yeah, you're right. Their value wasn't that high, it seems like. But fortunately, for Monty McNair and the Kings, those guys, I don't think were necessarily to make a bigger move for the Kuzmas of the world, for, Zach LaVine or somebody. You still have the opportunity and still have the pieces to get that done, I think.
I still got my Corolla LE.
Yeah, the Corolla LE package is still sitting there, so you could still offer up something.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, fun last night. Ultimately, a little underwhelming, but more fireworks today. There's not going to be any more trades with the Kings today, are there? As far as we know, it might. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? You know what's interesting about the trade, and I see the people out there on the YouTube chat. I'm gonna address you guys coming up in just a minute. But what's interesting about this trade, it needed to happen now, Whitey, for the Kings. Free agency is Sunday. You had to make some cap clearing moves by now so you can use your full mid-level exception. So I think over the weekend, we're going to hear some, once free agency starts, they clearly have their eyes set on somebody. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. And I feel like they can still do a trade.
Yes.
So I think, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think this next week is going to be extremely important for the Kings. I look for them to add somebody in free agency and by way of trade here over the next week.
So in theory, I know you're not huge on Kuzma, but in theory, someone like Kuzma and of all the guys we looked at, there's some really interesting names in the MLE, Obi Toppin or something. I don't know.
I don't
Smith.
know.
But anyway, something like that.
Something like that.
Well within reason.
Yes, and here's why, Whitey. And I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I'm gonna tell it like it really is right now. Monty McNair realized the roster was not as good as he thought it could be.
Yeah,
like
I'm with you.
The Chris Duartes, the Sashas, those guys didn't pan out the way he expected. And so I think, and we see Monty with his vest sitting there watching, he sees everything we see and more. It had to bother him. You lose Kevin Huerter, you lose Malik Monk, and now your season's over? We can't absorb that? And so our depth was a major issue. And so I got to think he understood that a roster turnover, upheaval, if you will, to add more depth needed to happen.
I think you're right. Yeah, the lesson that Monty learned 1 year ago. We'll go over that next as we roll on here on Sactown Sports.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Live and local.
This is Sactown Sports.
The following chat comment is uncalled for. All right? I don't endorse it. I think it's mean-spirited.
What they say?
I think it's out of
What
bounds.
they say?
I think it's a flagrant 1.
What
We're
they
gonna
say?
Review it. Possible flagrant 2. From Brickhouse Industries. Sasha was the Kirkland Ball of the NBA.
Oh, that's
See what I mean?
disrespectful. That's
shouldn't
disrespectful.
I'm not even going to read it.
Why'd you read that then
I'm
if
not
it was so
reading it.
disrespectful and so bad?
I'm not reading that one on the air.
And Brickhouse Industries, those are my guys. Man, he coming out my guy Sasha. Now that he's gone, he's the Kirkland golf ball of the NBA, Kirkland ball of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
I think that all the rumors we heard about Sasha going back a few weeks ago, I think it stemmed from the Kings letting him know that you're not in our plans. You came
So you
over
think
here.
that was the
We appreciate
first domino?
You know
That was
what?
the first thing.
We know that this was difficult for you coming overseas, and just because we appreciate you, we're just letting you know you're not in our plans. And then from there, it came, oh, well, Sasha says the Kings aren't in his plans. Next thing you know, he's on his way to Toronto.
You know what? And you might be right. But the whole Sasha situation,
Sasha saga.
a huge disappointment. I'm wildly disappointed about this. This was the EuroLeague MVP. This was the guy we sent everybody, the ushers, concession workers, security, ball boys. We wanted Sasha over here. We need you. And we only get a year out of him, not even a full 82 games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is disappointing, man. And you know, we'll see what happens with the moves. But to me, it's an admission that we got this one wrong. Like Sasha didn't work out. Because you don't, it's a salary dump, Whitey.
Yeah.
It's not like you went out there and used Sasha to get Kyle Kuzma.
But it's a salary dump, not because we're trying to cut costs
Right.
Oakland A style. Mm-hmm. It's because we're trying to use that money for something
to do
else.
something else. Yes.
So there's a difference. But 0 to 10 on the disappointment scale? The Sasha saga to you, you're like a 9, a 10?
An 8. Yeah.
So I'm a 1.
What?
I never wanted it.
What are you, Whitey? Before the season, you said he'd start over Harrison Barnes at the end of the year.
But I didn't do a lot of shows with you before the season started. I wanted to trade him before he got here. Dang. Now, I understand, last year, I think there's a misperception there. The Kings didn't go out and get him. They had his rights. Yeah. And they've been trying to get him to come over. And last year, timing wise, it seemed like, hey, we have this guy. We don't have to trade anything for him. We do have to give him a contract, but he's ours already. This would be a good time for him to come over. I think a year ago, Monty looked at this and thought, we're really close. We won 48 games with this roster. A few minor tweaks, and we'll probably be a really good team. And I think he's learned in the last year, as you were saying earlier today. He's a smart guy. He said, no, that team's not as I don't know what happened exactly, but this team is further away right now than we thought they were a year ago.
Did they, you think, viewed Sasha as a bigger piece? What's the disappointment level from the organization that this didn't work out? That's the question, because you don't send, the higher ups in the organization over to Greece for just anybody. This is a guy they thought would be a key part, I think.
Well, I know you interviewed Monty about him last year. What was your sense of how excited he was about it?
You always bring this up.
I'm not going there. I know what you think I'm going to say. I'm not. But you actually talked to him about it.
I mean, Monty never really gets super excited. It's never, he was excited last night over Devin Carter, but it's hard to get a read on Monty. He keeps things, quote, close to the vest, if you will, even with his emotions and how he feels. And I thought he was excited for Sasha to come over here. That was their big offseason move. You don't do anything at the trade deadline. So you send Mike Brown over there, Monty, Wes, Paul, everybody goes over there, and you come back with the EuroLeague MVP. And so I think not only from the organizational standpoint, but the fan base also, I think we all expected more from Sasha, and it was a disappointment. And so I would say my disappointment level 8 or 9.
I understand that. I was getting hammered last year. Like I said, before he was here, I was trying to trade him, and people were getting very angry with me. Yeah, but it obviously didn't work out. By the way, more information on this Bronny story. Apparently, Bob Myers on ESPN is saying that Rich Paul is calling teams, telling them don't draft Bronny or he'll go to Australia. So apparently it's hoops.
I'm not going to diss Bob Myers. I'm not dissing Bob Myers. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, on ESPN, Drapes, you got to say that's what ESPN is
reporting. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to diss Bob Myers. It is what it is. I think that's a threat that teams probably aren't paying attention. He's not going to Australia, right? There's no way he's going to Australia.
Well, if someone else drafts him, then they go, all right, look, what is it going to take for you to trade him to the Lakers?
Right, exactly.
I didn't want you to draft him, but now you did. So what do we have to do to fix this?
Dude, I mean, your dad's a billionaire. Maybe you go to Australia for a couple of months for vacation or something, but to really toil away and play?
You ever been there?
I haven't. That's next year, 50th birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm traveling that. Yeah. I'm about to, real quick, I'm giving you a heads up.
Going on a trip.
No, I'm about to turn 50 in April.
Oh, okay.
I might take a month, big fella. Sabbatical, if you will. Seriously, this is going to be the biggest blowout in the history of blowouts. I'm already putting it out there. I'm going to take some time, just so you, at least 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, your boy is, I'm going to need it at that point.
All right. Well, I need a break so I can consider that, ramifications of that. We go to Casey, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Casey, thanks for hanging on. What do you make of all this today?
Well, it's hard to make anything until we see what the moves are that they make, because I look at the headline on ESPN and it says Kings trade Mitchell to get under luxury tax. So we have people at ESPN thinking that the Kings are just trying to save money, which is something that the Kings have done for years when they've made trade after trade for cash considerations. They've made moves to go over the salary cap to get into contention. I called the other day, but I wasn't able to get on, and I wanted to say we were talking about, going after guys that are going to put us over the salary or luxury tax. You know how much money the Kings made by making the playoffs and the play-in last year, they had 5 home games against the Golden State Warriors. So you think about that, they probably made at least $50 million that they wouldn't have made. That's extra money that we could spend on the team, and yet we haven't. If it comes to pass and we don't actually make moves with this trade that we made today and expand this roster into something that we need, especially I was disappointed with that draft pick.
Gotcha. Thank you. We're gonna let you go. Yeah. Thank you. And I apologize for that. It's me for cutting you off there because I understand what you're saying. I think you might be barking up the wrong tree because the reason the Kings try to save here is because with the salary restrictions, they needed to save money here in order to get somebody else.
It's not them being cheap.
Not like, it's like, man. So I know what you're saying. Why they made all that money? It doesn't really apply to this circumstance.
Right.
Like just saying, it's not the Kings trying to save money like the A's. It's like they're trying to get under a number with the luxury tax so that they can make other acquisitions.
Basically, they're trying to save money now, get under, so that they can spend more money, basically.
Yes.
It's weird how the CBA is in the rules, but, you get under the luxury tax, and now you got your full mid-level. According to our boy Keith Smith, the Kings will have about 14.9 or 14.3 million under the tax right now with this move. And so this is a solid move, man. And I don't think, it's hard to, bash Monty or the organization because we don't know what the bigger picture is. Mm-hmm. This is just the second domino. Devin Carter was the draft pick. Now you make this trade. There has to be more to come.
Yeah. I'm going to try to explain this one time, and I'm not a genius at it. So if I screwed up, we'll just move on.
All right.
But basically there's a non-taxpayer mid-level exception. Okay.
Yeah.
So you say the Kings, they should just pay more money and get into the tax. It's why not spend the money? But if you are into the luxury tax, they actually give you less money to spend.
Right.
So that's why you got to bring the number down of the luxury tax, your payroll, so that you can give someone more money in a contract. That sounds ludicrous, but that's the rule that has dictated this trade.
Right. This is a solid move for the Kings. I mean, as much as I'm a Davion guy, that's my guy, no doubt about it, off night. I'm a Sasha guy too. I hate to lose those two guys, but I need to see what else is coming around the pipe.
Right.
What's coming around the corner. You don't just get rid of 2 players and 2 picks for a guy that averaged 3.4 points. It must be something else that's about to happen.
Now, there's a lot of fans that are really upset by this trade. They feel like, what in the world? You're giving up all this for nothing.
Right.
What is wrong with Monty?
I was at Frank Fats. You ever been to Frank Fats in downtown Sac there?
I don't.
On L Street. I was there.
I know of it.
I was there, and I had some lunch there before coming in. And I was talking to the lady at the front hostess stand, and she's like, man, I'm so bummed. She's from the same town and went to the same high school as Davion Mitchell. So she's bummed. But to your point, I think a lot of people view Davion as sort of like a guy they, for lack of a better phrase, birth. Like he's our guy.
Yes.
He's a guy.
We're like that about a lot of players here.
Exactly. And you hate to see him go. But the dude had 3 years. Let's keep it real. He had 3 years. You draft Devin Carter. The numbers game, it just didn't make sense for him. But when he comes back, I think fans will give him a standing ovation. Davion has been awesome for the city and for the organization.
Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, he was a little bit overdrafted, but that certainly wasn't his fault. Because he was, 8th or 9th?
9th overall.
Yeah, 9th. Yeah.
And let me ask you this, too, real quick. Because I was thinking about this driving in today. When we look at all of the great things Monty has done, Tyrese, Sabonis, all that, Keegan, can we say the Davion pick he missed on?
I think so.
Is it comfortable to say that right now?
And it's not like a whiff where the guy's a bust, but it's like, probably should have picked someone else that high with that pick.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
You get a top 10 pick and you got to trade him for salary dump. That's not a good look, right? It's not a good look.
Yeah. We will come right back here as we roll on. Draft day 2, but the Kings don't have a pick. We'll tell you why yesterday was a bad day to make a deal for the Kings when we come back. The Drive Guys, Glad you're with us today on Sactown Sports.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For you Thursday, we're looking at plenty of sunshine. We'll have light winds out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures will top out in the lower 90s. Expect overnight lows in the upper 50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and zero down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have, because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
My good friends, Dr. Jack Friedlander and Dr. Pash in Roseville and in San Francisco are offering not only confidence, not only security, but also the ability, if you ain't insecure, to go from the roster to the all-star team. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about UpsizeMatters.com. Time after time, vote after vote, circumference, or as we call it, girth, is consistently ranked as the most important attribute. And Dr. Jack and Dr. Pash can give you a free consultation. The procedure can be done on the same day as your consultation with immediate results. It's non-surgical. It's virtually pain-free, safe, effective, long-lasting, semi-permanent, and doctor-performed. For more information, go to UpsizeMatters.com. Go to UpsizeMatters.com. Make that change. Make the all-star team. Get your girth on.
Award-winning country sensation Lee Brice is back.
One of them girls that ain't trying to meet nobody. You're just here.
Live in concert. Friday, June 28th, 7:30 p.m. The venue in Thunder Valley. Lee Brice. Special guest Abby Anderson. The venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Lee Brice live.
Keep your family cool and comfortable this summer with Bell Brothers' best summer ever financing event. When you replace your AC system, we're offering 0 payments, 0 interest for 6 months on approved credit, then low fixed rate thereafter. That's right, 0 payments, 0 interest for 6 months on any new AC system. It's an incredible offer on an incredible new AC system, but only for a limited time. This offer is also available on any plumbing, water heater, or insulation projects over $1,000. So call Bell Brothers now. Your family will thank you because they'll be cool and comfortable. But you have to hurry. Our offer for 0 payment, 0 interest for 6 months, then low fixed rate thereafter ends soon. Estimates and second opinions are free. So call now to keep your family cool and comfortable during Bell Brothers' best summer ever event. Our number is 916-444-1234 or find us online at theNoSurpriseGuys.com. That's theNoSurpriseGuys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Maida Chevy saves you $12,000 off MSRP on every new half-ton Silverado LT Turbo Max. In stock after rebates. Always 5 to choose from.
Exclusive. All in-stock pricing at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
TBO for details. N7124.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Draft day. Before we get back to basketball, something want to share with you here. Maybe you've seen this already. Big NFL news. A jury in U.S. District Court, according to ESPN, ruled today the NFL violated antitrust laws in distributing out-of-market Sunday afternoon games on a premium subscription service, a Sunday Ticket, and the jury has awarded more than $4.7 billion in damages. The NFL says they will appeal.
Who's that go to?
I believe it goes to, let's see, the lawsuit covered 2.4 million residential subscribers and 48,000 businesses who paid for the package and out-of-market games from 2011 through 2022 on DirecTV.
$4.7 billion to the residential class and $96 million to the commercial class.
Ooh,
that's a lot, man.
Yes,
that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I can't even do the math. I'm trying to, and the numbers are too big for me.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the draft and TV, the draft was televised first time on this date, 1989, and Kings fans who saw it will never forget it because that was a draft in which the Kings had the first pick and took Purvis Ellison. That was the first time the draft was on TV.
Dang. Another draft that still hurts years later. No, dude. I mean, I'll tell you, I talked about it at 30 for 30 on the Kings drafts, over the years. Like, what the heck happened, man?
Mm-hmm. But you're feeling good about the pick yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I my guy, Devin Carter. Yes, sir. Did an IG live in our bonus hour yesterday, and people out there in Providence were like, Drapes, you're going to love this guy. Seems to be a dog. Let's not forget, Whitey, not to toot my own horn, but he was on one of my guys I targeted, on the
fourth.
He was fourth, but he was on there because he has that dog, and, we're talking about comparisons. Kevin O'Connor called him a Drew Holiday type. I like a little Marcus Smart type because what I see, I'm thinking Devin Carter is going to come in and do, and he talked about this last night, whatever needs to be done to win the game, taking a charge, locking somebody up, whatever. And that's the Marcus Smart kind of vibe. And so I like this pick a lot.
I remember one of the first things I saw about him when we started looking at mocks, and I'm not toot my own horn. I just remember this. I never said, oh, he's the guy. But I remember Kevin O'Connor or somebody said, this is a guy who does everything and excites fans while doing it.
Yes.
I remember that caught my eye thinking, well, that'd be pretty good.
Right.
He can't be that good, but that's the guy the Kings end up taken. While a lot of fans are, as we said earlier today already, a lot of fans are, man, you've probably got the comments on Twitter like, yeah, but he's a guard. Yeah, but he's a small guard. Yeah, but another guard.
But here's the thing about him, though, and we talked about it a little bit during the show yesterday. I believe, and Monty talked about it also, they probably didn't think they had a shot at a guy like Devin Carter. Probably thought he'd be gone. But then you look up and he's still there and you're like, oh, we got to take this guy. Even though you got a glutton of guards. I don't think the plan was we're going to take a guard. But when a player of that caliber that they are high on is there, you got to take them and then figure out the roster and rotation later.
So you think they were surprised when
they were surprised.
Pick to be looking at, wow, we could take Devin Carter. We could take Dalton Connect. We could take either one of those guys.
Yeah. There was a lot of that last night. Like, I don't believe the Lakers thought Dalton Connect would be there at number 17. Like, Jared McCain at 16 to the Sixers. I feel like a lot of that happened last night. And I'll tell it like it is, Kings fans. The Lakers are one of my winners in last night's draft. They got a ready-made guy to play alongside LeBron and knock down shots. Like, they won last night. The Kings won, and also like what Minnesota did, getting Dillingham. Like, those are my three winners, in that first round last night. I like all those picks.
If the Lakers try to have Reeves and Connect on the floor at the same time, they're going to give up like 180 points.
Come on, man.
They won't be able to guard anybody.
What are you talking about?
Hopefully they'll make it 2, and then if we make it 3, we're still winning because we're not going to stop anybody.
No, that's when you go to the zone. You drop back into a zone, right? That's what you do, right?
Mike joins us here on Sactown Sports. Hello, Mike. You're on with the Drive Guys. What's up? Mike?
Hey, guys. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's up?
How are you doing? We're good. Right. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good over here.
Good.
Like, if you allow me to channel my, East Coast Italian guy, I felt like bad for Davion. He was my guy. Like, you got rid of the guy to bring in another guy. We don't even know who this guy is over here. So I'm just wondering, the only person, if I can just say this one thing, is probably going to be Steph Curry. Because, Davion, everybody talks about that dog. We just picked Davion on him, and Steph Curry had to push off because Davion was on him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've met Davion, so, I have a little love for Davion. And I just feel like, I want to know what you guys think about this. Last year, at the end of the year, maybe the last 15 games, the Kings on the perimeter were switching a lot of defense, and they were doing so good with Fox and Davion and Keon Ellis. Now, I understand he's a little shorter, but Davion was my guy, and they got rid of the guy over here. So I just wanted you guys to know that.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. I understand how that feels. One thing I'll say about Davion is a year ago, remember we talked about how hard he was going to work on a 3-point shot.
Yeah.
And he worked his behind off, and it showed. He improved dramatically in his 3-point numbers last year.
Yeah, you're right. And let's not forget, Game 6 down there at Oracle, Davion stepped up. He was huge in that win, a must-win game in San Francisco. And so I'm rooting for Davion. I think he could be a serviceable player. I think the change by bringing in Mike Brown probably affected him more so than any other player on the roster. And it took him some time, and he finally found his groove in the second half of this season.
Mm-hmm. I'd heard things going back a couple years ago that maybe Davion, his game was not naturally suited to the pace at which Mike Brown wanted the Kings to play. I don't know. It just seemed like it didn't translate. Some of the things that he did best in college didn't quite take root here in Sacramento.
Well, here's the thing, Whitey. One of the things that Davion worked on when he got drafted was running the pick and roll. We don't run pick and rolls here. So the thing that he worked on with Chris Paul after getting drafted, spent all summer working with Chris Paul and working with the trainers and my guy Jimmy Alapag, last offseason as well, they didn't do. And so I just felt like the change in system really affected him.
I have to think that from Toronto's standpoint, they look at this and I think he's the plum. Like Davion? Yeah. And a second-round pick, that's nice. Sasha, maybe. Okay, maybe. But I have to think they feel best when they look at the package. They feel best about Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, you might be right, but let me ask you this. Might they be taking a flyer on Sasha?
Sure.
International city?
Yeah.
Toronto? Mm-hmm. Maybe he feels more at home there? I don't know. Maybe so. This could be a blessing in disguise for Sasha as well.
What's really interesting to me about Sasha?
Yeah.
And, not that now the guy goes, so you're like, oh, why was he so terrible? But just trying to figure out why it didn't work. It was interesting to me recently. Sasha was talking about how hard it was for him, life in the NBA. He said, we go from one city to the next, and then you got
it's different.
Shoot around. And he said, there's all this stuff you got to remember. I mean, by his own admission, he really struggled with a lot of that outside of how much he struggled to stay on the floor.
Well, here's the thing. Basketball over in Europe is the complete opposite than basketball here in the U.S. Basketball in the U.S. is all about the games. You play games more than you practice. Over there, you practice more than you play games. And so it is an adjustment that a guy has to make. And so here's the thing about Sasha. From what I know and in my dealings with him throughout the season, the effort was always there. Like Mike Brown wanted him to try to improve his defense. He made an effort. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, like he's locked down or anything, but you saw the effort from him. And so you saw how much he wanted it to work out, and it just didn't. The injuries messed him up, obviously. The confidence, I think, was shot a little bit. And so this is a fresh start for him, I think.
The one reason a year ago that I wasn't excited about him coming over was because the Kings had been so bad defensively, and he was not a great defender. And I thought, I don't understand why you're doing that. That said, I think overall he was probably a better defender than a lot of us thought he was. Wasn't a good defender.
Who, Sasha?
Yeah, but I think he was closer to being an average or acceptable defender than I thought he was.
Right. I mean,
in all fairness.
Like we said, we're not going to put him out there on staff on an island and tell him to stop him or anything like that. But, I think his issue was team concept defense, like where to be positioned, that kind of thing. I thought that was an issue for him.
As you say that, pardon me, but I remember a play, and I think you were doing the game where he got into it with somebody about a switch or something, and they were on the court, like pointing at each other.
Yeah.
And it was pretty clear. I think it was like he didn't know what he was supposed to do.
Right. That? Yeah. That's, I think, exactly the play I'm talking about. It was more concept schemes, team defense, where to be, that kind of thing, than oh, he can't guard somebody in front of him. I think that was, with the shortcomings with Sasha.
Mm-hmm. So all the best to Sasha, all the best to Davion Mitchell. And again, I don't know. Jalen McDaniels coming here. Is he going to do much here? Is he going to have the chance? Are the Kings excited about him? Or is he just filler? By the way, I know you saw the video. We just saw the video. Did you see this, Jay, when Jalen McDaniels found out he was traded?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
He got shot. He was shot.
Hey, bro, you just got traded to the Kings.
You was dead at me?
You did.
Me?
Yes, you.
Poor guy. Whoever took the video had to cut it off, though, because I wonder what his reaction was really. Like, imagine finding it out.
Right.
That's not right.
That's how
your
you
agent ain't give you a heads up, or you find it as some pickup run from some Yahoo
guy
there.
comes over the camera.
Right.
You just got traded.
How do you feel? Welcome to Sacramento, though. I can't wait, though.
Mm-hmm. What do you think yesterday's draft's going to be remembered for? And again, why yesterday was probably a bad day for Monty to make a deal. Maybe that was a reason why he didn't. That's next with the Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
No one knows the importance of a great assist more than Lowe's and Leo Messi. That's why we've teamed up to give MVP's Pro Rewards members 10 times the points when Messi makes an assist during CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024. Activate this offer starting June 20th, so when Messi assists, you score. Shop the day after an assist to earn those extra points. Not an MVP's Pro Rewards member? Join today. Visit Lowe's.com/Messi for more details.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Chrysler's Make This the Summer Event?
Well, it boils down to this one question. Do you want a great deal? Hoblet has it. Right now, you can save up to $13,500 off MSRP on remaining new 2023 Dodge Challenger or Dodge Chargers, starting as low as $25,595. There's just a handful left, and after this month, it's all done.
So this is it. After this month, the savings are all gone.
Yep. So if you've been putting it off, but you've dreamt about getting one of these cars, you better stop by Hoblet Dodge in historic downtown Woodland fast.
You won't find a bigger selection or better deals on the vehicle you want than Hoblet Dodge right now. Don't miss your opportunity. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$13,500 total net savings after $89.20 factory rebates and $45.80 dealer discount. At least 10 of this net savings. $25,595 net price after $64.20 factory rebates. Rebates may include $500 first responder bonus cash. Must be current member of First Responder Association. VIN number 607624. See dealer for details.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
18 number ones. What was I thinking about? Countless ACM and CMA awards. Sold out world tours. And now Dierks Bentley is coming to Sacramento for Country in the Park 2. September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Parmalee, I love you just the way Kelsey Hart and more, plus line dancing, food trucks, and more. Tickets available now at CITVFest.com.
Brought to you by Bronny Electrical Heating and Air and the U.S. Marines.
Slash presents Serpent Festival, a celebration of the blues. Friday, July 12th at the venue at Thunder Valley, starring Slash, Warren Haynes Band, Samantha Fish, and Eric Gales. It's gonna be a steep climb. Don't miss an all-star night of blues, Friday, July 12th at the venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Serpent Festival.
Increase leads and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing strategies that deliver results. On your next campaign, aim higher. Go to aimyourdigital.com and get started today. aimyourdigital.com.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And, of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning, still with the most variety of table games in the region. And, as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Did you think the Kings were going to make a deal yesterday? You know, Drapes, I was thinking, given what happened between the Knicks and the Nets with Mikal Bridges getting traded for, what did it end up being, honestly, like 6 picks, whatever it was, or 5 picks
in a pick swap. Yeah.
So the prices on players went up yesterday.
Went up.
So maybe even guys like Cam Johnson and Kuzma, their price tags went up yesterday after that trade was made. Maybe that was one of the reasons why Monty never ended up making those deals.
I hope that's not the reason.
Really?
Yes. Because if that's the reason, is their price down today all of a sudden? Like, I'm still hoping for Kuzma, whoever it may be, Cam Johnson, whoever. And so I hope, we didn't, how should I put this? Either A, we didn't have the assets to get it done, or B, we were unwilling to part with the assets. I don't think that changes today. And so I hope that wasn't the case.
I could just see, and I'm obviously guessing, that if their price tags went up, or the price tag for one of them, whichever one he was most interested in, that went up, I could see Monty kind of going, well, wow, hold on there. I'm not sure I want to do that, right?
I could see that.
Revisit it.
Right. I could definitely see that. And you're right. Maybe he can't revisit it. But, I've said it, we talked about it yesterday, Monty might have to overpay a little bit. You might have to do something maybe you're not 100% comfortable with to improve this roster.
From the 916. Hi, Kyle Draper and Whitey. When the Kings drafted at 13 yesterday, they found out if Devin Carter was not there, do you think they trade the pick instead of drafting someone? In other words, if the Kings at 13, if Devin Carter wasn't there, do you think they trade the pick instead of drafting someone?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I don't think so.
Maybe then they would have gone for your guy.
Yeah.
Dalton
Connect. My guy, Dalton Connect. There was so much talent still on the board there. I don't think it was just a Devin Carter situation. If Devin Carter would have been gone, maybe it would have been Dalton Connect. And I just think, like you just said before, maybe the asking price might have been too high. There wasn't a deal to make to Monty's liking yesterday, and that could change. Hopefully that changes here coming up soon. But he we know he was working the phones though, right? Like everything we've heard and all the reports out there, he was working the phone out there.
Yeah, Monty was asked about those reports last night after the draft. Here's what he had to say to the media.
Certainly an active night and active, few days as always, because you don't know how the board's going to shake out. You don't know what the opportunities are going to be. We do a lot of scenario planning, a lot of trying hypothetical. What are the decisions we might be facing? I think at the end of the day, Devin's somebody very high up on our board that we really weren't expecting to be there at 13. And so when he was there, we decided to pick it and add him to our group. We're excited.
Yeah, like you said, he's hard to read sometimes, but from what I know, Monty, he's genuinely enthused about
Devin Carter. Oh yeah.
And he's not the big rah-rah type, but he's enthused.
I can't remember a Kings pick where the experts are universally applauding it like this. I haven't seen one person in the know, so-called experts, our boy Mike DeCourcy yesterday, they are calling this maybe the best pick of the draft.
Yeah, remember DeCourcy, we hadn't gotten to Devin Carter yet. Yeah. Hey, you guys haven't asked me about Devin Carter. It's like, we will, hold on.
And so many people are high on, who even likes it, Kings fans, and this knows, this guy must be John Hollinger and Kevin O'Connor. Yeah, come on. They were singing the praises of the Kings for making this pick. That's when it's good.
You know that they have like a it's like they have their standard form for Kings draft picks, and it starts with Kangs are going to be Kangs, right?
Yes.
That's what they start with every year,
right.
before they even know who the picks are.
Right. But not last night. They were singing our praises.
Yeah.
So Monty got it right yesterday.
Now, how about this trade, the trade that was made today from Noah in West Sac. Thank you, Noah. This trade was like if Drapes traded me 12 Kirkland balls and I gave him 36 Pro V1s.
Who got is Toronto getting the Pro V1s? How about this? You gave me 36 Pro V1s that were scuffed up, you know what I mean? Couldn't be used, missing some of the cover, those refurbished Pro V1s, not the real Pro V1s. This was something you got. A dozen brand new Kirkland golf balls if you're Monty McNair, because you got the cap space to go out there and make something. Mm-hmm. So this is a win-win, man.
Those refurbished ones, are those the ones that when they have guys that put on scuba tanks and they go into the water hazards at golf courses?
I think so.
And they bring them out, and those are the refurbished ones?
Yeah, I think so. As a matter of fact, I went to Hagen Oaks to go buy some golf balls today.
Yeah?
And I thought about it. They got the refurbished Pro V1s. I
always think about it.
I thought about it.
They look fine.
Yeah, they look fine, but, with my pure golf swing, I don't want them to impact that.
That's right. So, a lot of fans are upset by this trade today.
Dang, you see this from the 925 that just came in?
What's that?
How are you going to play Fox and Carter together? Both are short guards. Terrible pick. Terrible.
He plays bigger than 6'2", 6'3".
6'9" wingspan.
Mm-hmm.
Can
you play Fox and Monk together? Have they ever done that?
Right.
Have the Kings ever tried that?
I think they've done that. I think they've done that. Yes. Yeah. It's and O'Connor says, with his strength, length, and mindset, he's capable of switching to defend larger players too. So there you go, right there.
I think one of the things that's most appealing about him is he has versatility at both ends.
Yeah,
he can play either guard position, and defensively he can do a number of things defensively, guard different positions.
Yeah, exactly. He can run some pick and roll, excellent feel for decisions.
He might be able to run a little point.
Yeah, I think he can run a little point. Yeah, he has, and so I like this move. And here's the thing, though, and the person from 925 didn't put their name on it. How many people actually watch Devin Carter? You got all these so-called at-home experts. Terrible pick. Oh, my gosh, this guy's too small. Have they ever actually watched Devin Carter play? I'm going to trust the experts that have watched him play.
I'll take their side just for the sake of it. Hey, 6'2", 6'2", whether I watched him or not. 6'2" is 6'2", and that's too small in the NBA. I don't have to have watched him.
What's that, Freddie fan coming back out on me here?
Freddie the fan always loves everything the Kings do.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. But here's the thing, Freddie the fan, or whoever your alter ego is at this point. Sure, 6'2", but when you got a 6'9" wingspan, that's different. And Monty said it last night. There were a lot of Devin Carters in the playoffs this year. A lot of difference makers, and that's what he is out there.
I do think that, and Monty's not the only one. These comps are getting out of hand. Like Devin Carter's the next Drew Holiday, or he's the next Derek White, right? It's like, yeah, I get it, hopefully, but
that's what we do, right?
Jonathan Mobo, the guy that went today.
Oh yeah,
first pick, 31
pick,
in the second overall, first pick of the second round, and I saw some his comps were Aaron Gordon and Bam Adebayo. I was like, he went in the second round. I get it, but we've got to be more careful about this.
Oh, man.
You can't just throw stuff like that around.
I'm not saying they're going to turn into that.
I know.
But, that's 2 lottery picks or, two top first-round picks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Off to the phones we go. I was hoping the Kings would have a shot at him, but A, they traded a pick, and B, he was going like that.
Yeah.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Ward on Sactown Sports. Hey, Ward. How you doing? On with Drive, guys.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey, I wanted to mention that I'm surprised, Drapes, as a fellow Swiftie, you haven't brought this up yet, but I think we got some magic last night. Not only was Carter dressed like he was going to be going to the Eras Tour, but we selected him with the 13th pick.
Ooh, 13.
He wears number 22, and
22.
he's 22 years old. So you could say we got an invisible string. So, Drapes, I do think we need your help after all of this points. I think we need to hear him play 22.
Jay don't know about that. Yeah, I'm with. I don't know what's awesome. These guys have no clue what my guy is talking about. 13, Taylor Swift's favorite number. She got a song, 22. 22. Ooh. Yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, so that's
what about everything else he said?
Is not available.
Come on.
That's what I should have did to him. Whitey, next time you get some stuff like that, you shut him down.
I was just trying to figure out what was going on.
Here's the thing.
Shoot him down.
Here's the thing. If he would have said, he's E40's, E40, something about E40, Jay would have been all about that.
Yeah.
Keek the sneak. Oh, yeah, I'm down. Something like that. But Taylor Swift, he's like, nah, come on, man. Jay.
What song is this? 13?
22.
22.
When we come
what
back,
about a magic string? That? What was that?
I didn't hear that.
Said something like, Drapes, we need your help putting together a magic string?
I don't know what that was referring to.
I lost in that Taylor Swift
that
song.
one I got lost in. Yeah, I'm going to have to look that one up. Go to my Taylor Swift playlist.
You might not be as big of a Swiftie as you think.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, guys? Real quick. I do have a Taylor Swift playlist right here on the phone.
That's not crazy at all.
And it's labeled Taylor Swift. Yeah, bro. My daughter put it on there, but I listen to it from time to time. Yeah.
I haven't seen Jay laugh that hard in a while.
Yeah, bro.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We'll get back to the phones. Devin Carter, 6'3". Why is that a problem for so many Kings fans? Conversation continues when we come back. Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports with 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot. A lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on. Get in today for deals on the hottest lineup around. This summer, choose from Toyota's 16 hybrid and electrified models more than any other brand. And go the distance with Toyota's class-leading fuel efficiency and reliability. Get your ride on with Toyota's 4th of July sales event today. Toyota, let's go places.
Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown. Hey, Sactown Sports fans, get ready for an unforgettable summer with the Sactown Sports live events calendar, packed with the hottest shows around. Starting at Thunder Valley Resort, don't miss the epic Slash and Serpent Tour on July 12th. Then on July 20th, enjoy the incredible Miranda Lambert live in concert. And on August 9th, Jason Mraz and the Super Band are set to deliver an unforgettable performance. And don't miss this Live Nation lineup. On August 4th, experience the legendary Outlaw Music Festival at Toyota Amphitheater featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp. Then on August 15th, catch the iconic Donny Osmond at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And on August 22nd, don't miss Creed Fisher rocking the stage at Ace of Spades. Finally, on September 10th, the Doobie Brothers bring their timeless hits to the Toyota Amphitheater. For all your ticketing information, head over to livenation.com. These are the shows you won't want to miss, so grab your tickets now. And stay tuned to Sactown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber, down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
Monty sometimes moves in mysterious ways, trying to make sense of the Kings draft pick last night and the trades that were made today. Before we get any further, Jay made the executive decision, and I certainly support it, not to play any Taylor Swift top of the hour. He says we'll get to some, maybe 22 or Magic String or whatever, but he said we're not starting the hour with that.
Let me tell you. Let me say this. Jay's my guy.
I support him.
Me and Jay, we chop it up. That's my guy. There are more Taylor Swift fans than Tupac fans, and I love Tupac. That's my jam. How do you want it? I love that. But Taylor Swift,
I don't know about
she's
that
the
one.
You don't, bro.
I see where you going,
Jay.
I see
don't
where
do
you
that.
going.
Don't do it, Jay.
Come on,
don't do that.
Look, this is gonna take over the show. We can't do this.
Don't do that, Jay.
Over the Tupac?
Yes, there are easily more Taylor Swift fans than Tupac.
Kids.
Kids. No, easily.
No.
Dude,
Drake,
easily.
Pac is, there's people who believe Pac is still alive with us. And I don't know. There's conspiracy theories. It's like Elvis. It's like he's on a different playing field when it comes to Tupac, man.
I don't know,
And
man.
I get what you're saying, Taylor Swift, because we're in the digital era, the Gen Z, as my daughter, maybe your daughter likes to. Dad, this is Gen Z. This is the Gen Z things, Dad. Like I get that sometimes. Tupac, though, like this dude shut down the world. And I'm not saying Taylor Swift can't.
Jay,
but
see, you're showing your age, big fella.
All right, man.
Anybody, I would say 25 and under, they're not checking for Tupac.
That
whole
disagree. It's like Michael
segment,
Jordan.
No. Trust me on that.
What's the percentage of Taylor Swift fans that are under 12 as opposed to the percentage of Tupac fans that are under 12?
Definitely flip-flop. Like anyone beside Draper and Ward that are over 25, no one's checking for Taylor Swift.
So you're saying when she sell out 70,000 seat arenas,
it's parents.
It's all
parents paying for Gen Z, children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Even my boy Campio agrees with me. More Swifties than Tupac fans at this point.
Campio,
Taylor Swift is the biggest thing since prime Beyonce, Rihanna. Like, that's that level right now, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Pocket, but
there's quantity and there's quality, and they're not necessarily
that's not the discussion we're having, Whitey. That's not the discussion.
It's certainly germane to the discussion. However, by the way, we didn't mention the trade that was made today. Just last hour NBA trade. Didn't we have a trade?
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Going to Charlotte for 3 second-round picks. Woo. It's a cap clearing move for Denver, $5 million. KCP's a free agent, and so I don't think they'll be able to sign him. I don't know if they'll be able to offer him, as much money as other teams. But
Denver got my guy yesterday, didn't they?
Who?
Didn't Denver get Deron Holmes?
Oh, yeah. They traded up.
Yeah.
And got him. Yeah, they moved up, 22 or 24, something like that? Yeah. And so, they got your boy. Real quick, Cameron D. Draper is 100% right. AB 916. There's about 1 billion Swifties, unfortunately. See, so most people agreeing with me.
These cats are probably one or two things.
Oh, don't diss them, Jay.
I'm not dissing nobody that rock with the drive guys. We got nothing but love. I'm just saying we're talking about someone who is not with us anymore, who has just as many fans. I get the part. We got to start to infuse the digital situation, and that's where Taylor Swift is winning. I get that part. Totally understandable. But This dude is gone, and people are still walking around our earth talking about he's with us. And I don't know if he's with us.
But that ain't nobody under 30, Jay.
Nah, I disagree.
Ain't nobody under 30, Jay.
You know why I say
I
that?
love Tupac. That's my guy. I got him right here.
I got you. Yeah, is he on that Taylor Swift playlist?
He's not on, but he got his own section. He got his own section.
But the only reason I say this is a couple things. We just had this argument, discussion, whatever, in the barbershop, and I was surprised. It's literally like a couple months ago. There were 8-year-olds and stuff who listen to Tupac. Like, he's just that legendary.
Yeah, get out of here, Jay.
Okay, so did you guys not listen to music with your parents?
Yeah.
Did your parents on Saturday? You did not.
You really did?
You did not. Okay, so
mom and dad ain't play tunes while
cleaning the house on the weekends, or in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
So little.
I grew up. Drapes that sound like you. You know, my mother, grandmother, stuff like that. They, you know, we cleaning the house. You turn on the tunes on Saturday. You know, it's time to get busy. And so I listened to music that was 60s and 70s and stuff. And that wasn't my era, but I know what it is because my mom listened to it, right? I was exposed to it.
But the difference, Jay,
Same thing,
and I'll hear you.
Pac is on T-shirts at Walmart right now, man.
And Taylor Swift ain't?
Yes, but Taylor Swift is now. Pac was two eras ago, and he's still on T-shirts right now. He's legendary.
I can't play a lot of stuff in front of my kids. Well, now I can't because they're older. But when they're younger, yeah, you know, I'm not playing Hit 'Em Up in front of my 4-year-old.
I get it.
You know what I mean? But I could play 22 in front of my 4-year-old.
I can't because I'd throw up.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. See what AC has to say on Sactown Sports. Hello, AC. Thanks for hanging. What's up?
Now all we need is a little gin and juice by Snoop.
Ooh, okay. I see you, AC.
My kids laughed at me when I put that on my phone permanently. So I got a question. Are we saying, and you know, I groaned when I saw that we hired another guard, but are we basically, and he looks really great. He's got the great mentality. I like everything he says. I like what I've seen. But are we basically saying that he plays better defense than Davion? I mean, what are we really saying here?
I think he has more upside offensively than Davion. I think and I also think real quick,
I think he has more defensive flexibility.
Yeah, but exactly. You know, as great as Davion was, he had trouble against bigger guys like Klay Thompson could shoot right over. I think the thing about Devin Carter is he can play the 1, 2, 3, or 4. You know, he can switch defensively on guys and give them some trouble.
What's the actual height listed for Davion Mitchell?
Davion, what, 6'?
5'11"? 5'11"?
Nah.
That's not what he's listed at.
Nah, he's not listed at that. He's listed at 6 foot. Height, 6
so
foot.
You're talking 2 inches, but I get it. I get it. I like everything I've seen, and I'm
6'2" on Basketball Reference.
Yeah,
6'2" on Basketball Reference.
Thank you.
And real quick, who's the guy that we got in exchange for Davion
and Sasha?
Jalen McDaniels, Jaden McDaniels' brother. And by the way, AC, the other thing, and I know we kind of talk about this so much, we joke about it, but the thing you have to remember with Devin Carter, comparing him to Davion in terms of, you know, its height, it's also the wingspan, which when you're talking about a guy who's 6'2" with a 6'9", I think is Devin Carter, right?
Yeah, 6'9" wingspan.
So, you know, that does, I know that gets talked about to death, but it does make a significant difference.
Is the other person that we got for Davion, is that a keeper or are we throwing that away?
I don't know. I don't pretend to know.
Yeah,
I can certainly see how he would fit because he does have that length you're talking about. He's 6'9". You know, Toronto just went out, got him, I think, before last year as a free agent. So they thought highly of him, and I guess they don't anymore. We're just guessing at what the Kings really think, but that there is some upside there.
We got a little height, and maybe we needed a little bit more size. Okay, I got it. Thanks, guys.
No, thank you. Appreciate that.
Here's the thing about Jalen McDaniels, real quick, guys. Before he got traded from Charlotte to Philly in 2022-2023, the first
10 a game?
56 games, he was at 10.6 points per game, close to 5 rebounds. Then went to Philly, saw his time cut. He was at 26.7, went down to 17.5. Then last year in Toronto, 10.8.
And they thought highly of enough of him to sign him as free agent.
Yeah,
like I said.
yeah,
Toronto,
he was a free agent guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just didn't pan out. And so I think this is a flyer. I don't know if he'll stick or what, but a 6'9" guy with a 7-foot wingspan, I'm okay with having him in camp and seeing what he could do. Yeah. I don't mind that.
Yeah, AC, we're not going to lie to you. Oh, no, this guy's terrific. I mean, there is some upside there, but we don't know if the Kings got him for that or if it's just a matter of, salary filler.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
He was sure surprised when he found out he was traded. Poor guy. Hey, here you go on the text line. Let's see.
There's so many texts here.
925. Carter 6'2", not any taller. 1 inch taller than Bronny. LOL. How many 6'2" two guards start in the NBA? You see, a lot of people have a real problem with this. They drafted a small guard. Why did they do that?
Right, but, in today's NBA, and I know we're talking about size and length and all that, and you just mentioned it. 6'2", but a 6'9" wingspan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Drew Holiday is 6'4", 2 inches taller than our guy. That's not a big difference when your wingspan is 6'9". I'm going to trust the experts. No offense to people on the YouTube or the text line with a problem. Every expert in the country that has weighed in on this seems to like this pick for Sacramento. So why should I hate it? I'm going to trust the experts, Whitey.
Mm-hmm. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We'll get back to the phones also. We'll look at what picks around the West the Kings should be worried about when we come right back. And I mean right back. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
My good friends, Dr. Jack Friedlander and Dr. Pash in Roseville and in San Francisco are offering not only confidence, not only security, but also the ability, if you ain't insecure, to go from the roster to the all-star team. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about UpsizeMatters.com. Time after time, vote after vote, circumference, or as we call it, girth, is consistently ranked as the most important attribute. And Dr. Jack and Dr. Pash can give you a free consultation. The procedure can be done on the same day as your consultation with immediate results. It's non-surgical. It's virtually pain-free, safe, effective, long-lasting, semi-permanent, and doctor-performed. For more information, go to UpsizeMatters.com. Go to UpsizeMatters.com. Make that change. Make the all-star team. Get your girth on.
So much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Well, the NBA draft moment that fans have been waiting for, the NBA draft moment that the world has been waiting for, has finally arrived. The Lakers have selected Bronny James.
Hold on.
What better way to celebrate than by playing some Taylor Swift?
I'm trying. Hold on. Keep it rolling, Jay.
I got you, brother. I ain't no hater, unlike other people.
About you, I'm feeling 22.
Call me, maybe. Oh, no, that's a different song.
Yo, this is a good tune, fellas. This is a good tune.
Man, you should take this
Let
out.
me go down there. What's the other studio here? They playing it down there, and right now at the mix. I might go check out the mix, sit in with them right now. You know what I mean? So, no, what do you make of this Bronny James going to the Lakers? Let me tell you this, White, as I switch gears here. Awful pick for the Lakers. Maybe the worst pick in the draft, and here's why. If things go sideways between Bronny and the Lakers, he doesn't get the playing time. They send him to the G League squad. Him and coach has a beef. Now you got his dad right there, too. How does that impact LeBron? If I'm the Lakers, I wouldn't want that headache. I wouldn't want to be mixed up in all that. Send him to Charlotte or Detroit, some other team. And if they don't play Bronny, then Bron got a problem with that team.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's going to have a problem with Rob Pelinka and the way the Lakers are doing. I don't like this pick for L.A. at all.
I've never liked that aspect of it. But in baseball, they have what's called a Rule 5 draft, where a certain time of year, December, teams have to expose players. And if another team takes them in the Rule 5 draft, then that team, I take that guy, he's got to be on my major league roster. I can't put him anywhere else.
Right.
And sometimes it works out and sometimes it's terrible. This is kind of like that. Yeah. And from the Lakers' standpoint, it's like, yeah, it's worth it. Right? I mean, we keep LeBron happy. he's going to be here. And then there's the sideshow aspect of it, which isn't all bad because we're in Hollywood. So yeah, all the things you pointed out, that's all true, but it's all part of the LeBron experience right now. If you want LeBron and you still want LeBron, right? So that's all part of it. This is the cost, is absorbing all of that risk. So I think they're happy.
They're happy, right. They're happy.
I agree with you, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing, too. I just think going to L.A., and I know you're probably doing a solid for your boy LeBron, taking his son. And who knows, Bronny might be a solid player, might be, an NBA player when it's all said and done. But I just think, it's too much that could go wrong with the situation. And here's the thing about Bronny James, too. And I'm a firm believer of this, Whitey. And this is in all aspects of life. I don't care how you get the job. Now you're going to have to show me if you can actually do it. So, yeah, Bronny, you got drafted. Now you're going to have to prove yourself. And so I'll be interesting to see, and I'll follow him, how he does. Summer League, he'll be in Summer League probably. Mm-hmm. Check him out there. And so, I'll check him out.
By the way, Devin Carter, Summer League?
I hope so.
He got the
No, he got the shoulder issue.
Apparently
yeah,
not.
I know.
Yeah.
He got to at least show up, though. Shake some hands,
plays.
kiss some babies.
Man,
yeah,
I hope he plays.
Got the bad wing, but apparently it's not too bad because we didn't hear anything about that before the draft.
Yeah, and before the draft, I didn't hear anybody mention it. Monty mentioned it after the fact or anything like that. But I'm hoping we get to see him in the Summer League 2 weeks, And what's the California Classic? Less than 2 weeks away. So, yeah.
Time for Check It with TC on
All
Sactown
right.
Sports, post-draft edition. Hello, TC. What's up?
Check it, man. What's up with my bros, Drake, Whitey?
What's up with you, dude?
Hey, look, I'm vibing. First and foremost, y'all got me clear?
Yes,
Good,
sir.
Drake?
Yeah,
got
you're good.
Okay, look, check it out. So, look, hey, y'all, first and foremost, y'all know where I was at with drafting the big man. They got took, right? But we got a dog. This is the dog that I was talking about. That everybody wants a dog. He's a dog, man. Carter, man, 19 points a game. My boy is grabbing 9 boards a game and 2 steals, a block a game. We need that. Even the boy that we just traded from Toronto, the McDaniel brother. Who's everybody talking about? The McDaniel brothers and the Martin brothers, right? So we got another stud in the wing. We open money up, right? Analytic money, open money up to make another big splash. Don't think the trade is over. But the pieces that we brought in-house, though, I love it. I was big on eating and winning, but Carter is nice. Y'all get ready for this dude. This dude can step in right now and play game one. Everybody was saying the same thing about when we drafted Tyrese, and then look where that landed us. Everybody ended up loving him, and he ended up turning into a stud. Monty has not missed in this draft. Monty, I know we sit on your head as Kings fans, right, and some media, but because we love you, bro, and we love this team. I'm talking to Monty. We love the team, bro. We want you to make moves. But we understand where you come from when you say about flexibility and contracts and all that. We understand it. Money, keep striking, bruh. Listen, we got us a dog stack. Embrace this dude. I love him. That's all I got.
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised after what we heard from TC most recently.
Right.
Didn't know how he'd feel about this.
And you know how TC is. Usually he's not, I think of him always bashing Shanahan, always, like for him to be all in on this and actually like the moves, I like that, TC. Good job.
TC is always all in one way or the other.
Right.
It's not like, this is TC, and I guess it was okay.
Right.
That's not TC.
I just got to wait and see how it plays out. Nah, you're right about that. You're right.
How about Mark on Sactown Sports?
Mark.
Hey, Mark, thank you for hanging. What's up?
Yeah, I'm surprised with the TC take as well. I wasn't sure how he was going to take that. No, I think he killed it. I'm a little frustrated because I hear these Kings fans, big guy this. I mean, that kind of mentality it sounds like something like the Kings did when they drafted Bagley. Like, hey, we need a big, we're going to over just the best player available. And this kid has got intangibles off the charts. He's got the skill level as far as his leaping ability, his side-to-side movement, his straight line speed. No one's going to outwork him. He's not like 6 foot. The guy's like 6'3" barefoot. That means when he's got shoes on, he's like 6'4", 6'5", and he's got a 43-inch vertical with a 6'9" reach. I mean, does anybody watch this guy play? I mean, to me, for some reason, I really didn't think the Kings were going to get an opportunity to draft this guy. And I just, as it played out, I'm like, oh man, they're going to break my heart. It was the first time where the player that I really wanted got picked. I'm pretty excited. I think he's going to win over this town with his hustle, his heart. I mean, it's a good day. I mean,
good.
The trade later on is kind of crazy, but we'll see what happens for the rest of the weekend and so forth.
All right. Thank you, Mark. By the way, Jay wanted to clarify one of Mark's comments there about how tall he is.
We keep it a buck here. He's 6'2", bare feet.
Let me just say, though. Let me just say to what Mark is talking about.
That was his measurables at the combine.
I got the combine, and it says, and I got it right here, Devin Carter 6'2" 2/4", right, without shoes, Jay.
That's what I said. 6'2", bare feet.
All right,
6'3",
yeah, okay. All right, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Throw some shoes on.
He's wearing lifts. I have a hard time getting him 6'6".
He's 6'3", though.
Let's call him 6'3".
That's why they're listed at 6'3", right?
6'3". Yeah,
we just want to make sure it's 100%. He's 6'2" and some change. Like I said, looked at it last night, 6'2", barefoot, 6'3" in shoes.
To me, here's the issue with, he's too small. And I know I had said, yesterday that, boy, it'd be nice if they get some size. But the thing is, they pick the guy, but he's not tall enough. That doesn't make sense from this standpoint. If you're going to say they picked him, no, they should have picked so-and-so. All right, then it's a matter of opinion. But it's like, they picked him, but he's too small. Well, they love the guy, and that's just how tall he is. If you're going to give me, no, they should have picked Don't Connect, or they should, whoever. That makes more sense than this guy's too small. Like, you shouldn't even have considered him because he's a tiny 6'3". That, to me, is like, that didn't hold any water.
My guy Tony from the 916 says, you play defense with your reach, not the height of your head. You guys buying that?
I mean, both are useful, but sure.
But if you got a wingspan, you can challenge a little bit better too when you contest a shot. And so,
Steven's on Sactown Sports.
Here we go. Steven, our guy. What's up, baby?
Steven, how are you?
Oh, you guys know. Here we go, huh?
Our guy. You're our guy. Here we go.
Hey, man. No, all good. So I just have a question for you, kind of a two-parter. One of them is kind of off topic. My main question is drafting. We talk about it all the time. Drafting for fit over drafting for best player available. All right. I'm having a hard time with it, even though I love the player. Okay. I like Devin Carter. I love the game. I love the hustle. I love his defense. I mean, the interview this morning, his coach, I cannot remember his name, but he was interviewing with Carmichael Dave this morning, and he was talking about how he had 5 blocks in the game, and he also busted through a elevator screen to get the block on the 3-point shooter. And his coach was just baffled by it. So I wanted your guys' thoughts on drafting best player available versus drafting for fit, because I'm one of those that wanted a bigger, longer, lengthier 3 or a 4. Also, Taylor Swift in her peak versus Michael Jackson in his peak. What do you think about that one?
Not even close.
Calm down, Jay. Calm down. Nah, Michael Jackson is the goat of all
before it drapes.
Nah, Michael. No, I'm not going to. Come on, man. I'm not, dude. I'm not delusional. Michael Jackson was the top. Like, I don't know if anybody could compare with Michael Jackson at their peak. I'm talking. Look at Whitey. Like who? Like worldwide?
Maybe.
I'm enjoying the
show.
Beatles or something?
Beatles. I was gonna say Beatles.
Michael Jackson's. He's the one. Yeah. Taylor Swift, she's a little farther down. Yeah.
Speaking of delusional, somebody from the 925 on Devin Carter's site says, you're smoking crack. He's 6'2". Come on, delusional. Need a lot of help to make playoffs. We're being accused of being a delusional on Devin Carter's impact.
No, we're giving facts, though. 6'2" 2/4 without shoes. So you play basketball with your shoes. So he's 6'3" and change. And we're being delusional. Yes. How come you didn't read that other one, Whitey?
Which one? We got so many.
The one.
By the way, I want to point out when Stephen called, Jay pointed out Kim English is the.
Kim English. Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
916. Drapes is more Carlton than Carlton was Carlton.
I didn't even
see that. That's messed up. And Jay know the real deal. I'm the only dude that can play the Tupac, play the Keith the Sneak, and also play the Taylor Swift. As my boy Smooth B said, I could chill in the Bronx, Jay.
Yeah.
and still do the Hollywood Shuffle, big fella. You know what I mean? I could be in New York and still do the Hollywood Shuffle or vice versa. Come on, man. Trying to diss
Carlton
me.
does a good job in America's Funniest Home Videos. I'll tell you that.
You still watch that?
Cash and checks, man.
He got paid. He got
getting it
paid.
done.
He got
Very
paid.
good.
Someone in the 916 said, OJ, I'm sorry, but this take couldn't be more wrong talking about Pac over Taylor Swift. Taylor's the only artist who can sell out a football stadium 5 times in a row. That's
Same
wrong.
city.
That's wrong.
Same
though.
city, Jay.
That's wrong, though.
Tupac ain't doing that.
Well, he's not here with us, so I don't know. Live Nation wasn't around when Pac was making it happen, but that's not right because Beyonce has done
could do it.
She did SoFi 3, 4 in a row. Yeah, so let's be real now.
But
Taylor Swift ain't, girl. She's not Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene.
Come on, man.
We have to get to some of the moves by other teams in the West that the Kings should be leery of. Are we going to spin the wheel at all today?
Of course. There's some new names on this wheel.
Yes. More new names on the wheel. That and more with the Drive Guys. Sactown Sports coming up.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Thursday, we're looking at plenty of sunshine. We'll have light winds out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures will top out in the lower 90s. Expect overnight lows in the upper 50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It's the 4th of July sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, where you'll find the largest selection of vehicles in Northern California. With unbeatable deals and amazing financing options, there's never been a better time to drive away in your dream vehicle. The Roseville Auto Mall, where your perfect ride awaits.
Hey, it's me, your liver. You know, the organ that helps you recover every weekend after pizza, donuts, and all those drinks. When you have a headache, you take an aspirin. You have a stomach ache, you pop an acid. But where's the love for your best buddy, the liver? The least that you could do to help me stay healthy is take Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver tablets contain high-quality, all-natural ingredients like milk thistle, globe artichoke, and turmeric extracts, which are proven to keep me healthy and you feeling your best. Active Liver provides an easy daily detox and helps protect me all year long. So let me make you an offer you can't refuse. You take care of me with Active Liver, and I keep taking care of you. Capiche?
See for yourself why Active Liver is Scandinavia's #1 liver health supplement. You can find Active Liver at CVS and online at Amazon, Target.com, or directly from NewNordicUSA.com. Again, find it in stores at CVS or online at Amazon, Target.com, or NewNordicUSA.com.
Lead generation is one of the most important aspects of any marketing campaign. Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products or services to them. Go to aimyourdigital.com today. aimyourdigital.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531, 808-2531.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Celebrate Sacramento Rivercats baseball during our 25th anniversary season. Pick your favorite weekly promotion, giveaway game, or theme night, and join the fun at Sutter Health Park. Stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with the brightest fireworks in town. For a full promotion schedule and to buy tickets, visit rivercats.com. We'll see you there.
A-Team number 1.
What was I thinking?
Countless ACM and CMA awards. Sold out world tours. And now, Dierks Bentley is coming to Sacramento for Country in the Park 2. September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Parmalee, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Plus line dancing, food trucks, and more. Tickets available now at CITVFest.com.
Brought to you by Bronny Electrical Heating and Air and the U.S. Marines.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports. With 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot, a lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sactown Sports.
I'm already sick of this. Oh, LeBron and Bronny are teammates.
Yeah.
I'm already tired of it. And it just happened.
First time,
They
though.
haven't even played. Yeah. But it's just so contrived. It's really a testament more than anything to the fact that LeBron is still playing at such a high level at such an advanced age.
Yeah,
Really, that's the surprise.
And the testament to the power of LeBron. Let's keep it real. I just thought about this as you were talking. Summer League coming up. Which game, which prospect do you think more people will show out to see for? Out of every 60 guys drafted or 58 or whatever it is this year.
Well, I know the Warriors just drafted that big kid out of Boston.
Yeah,
College.
yeah, maybe but like the biggest name.
No, you're right.
Is Bronny. We're talking the 55th pick or whatever he was. Like, is anybody checking to see Reed Shepard? Zach Edey might be the second. But, I'm just thinking about, remember last year there was Victor Wembanyama? It was insane down there. The guy this year is Bronny James.
I wonder if he'll play Summer League. He might skip it.
He might. He don't have to play. Oh, your dad's a billionaire. He ain't got to do a dang thing.
I'm working out with my dad instead.
Right, exactly. So, but no, he's the biggest thing in this draft. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. This draft is, how close are we to being over now?
No, it's
Very
over.
Close.
Yeah, it just wrapped up. Yeah.
All done.
Yep.
Did you know it was 2 picks shorter this year because
who didn't have teams?
Phoenix and Philadelphia, I think.
Nah, Philly had. Oh, in the second round?
Yeah.
They didn't have a second round.
Tampering, they lost their
picks. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So it's 2 picks shorter than usual. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. If you want to join us, we're still, trying to figure out why so many Kings fans are really, really unhappy with the Devin Carter pick. We know why so many Kings fans are unhappy with the trade today. Davion Mitchell, Sasha Vezenkov, and pick 45 today, and a future second rounder.
I think 2029.
To Toronto for Jalen McDaniels. That's people have become already very attached, as you said earlier, Davion Mitchell and even Sasha, because they represented they were ours, and boy, a lot of upside there, and we've seen them developing, and so it's hard to see guys like that go.
Yeah, it is. And, this is the price of business. If you're you want the Kings to compete for a championship, sometimes you got to let guys go, and, it's, I got a text from somebody. He was like, Davion's been here 3 years. Time to, turn the page, get somebody fresh, somebody new. You get a guy like Devin Carter, very comparable to Davion, maybe a little more upside offensively, a little more length defensively. And so sometimes you got to cut these guys go, let these guys. And if I'm Davion or Sasha, maybe I'm welcoming a new opportunity, a chance to show what I can do. I don't know what Sasha's situation was with Mike Brown and the system and everything like that, depending on the reports. Was he unhappy? Did he want to go back overseas? But if I'm him, maybe I'm happy to be going to Toronto today.
It wasn't a great situation for him to step into last year, where he joined a team that needed him to be ready to go now, right?
Right.
Because you go back to the beginning of the season, the Kings were coming off 48 wins. They didn't have the luxury of kind of figuring out some things and, we'll give you some time. No. And so now he's going to have a little more of the luxury of, assuming he gets on the court at all, time to kind of sort things through.
Yeah, exactly. And you're playing like you were talking about with a team, Toronto, that is trying to figure out who they are.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's almost like an open tryout. You know, you got RJ Barrett up there. You got Quickly. You got Scotty Barnes. You know, that's your core right there. But who's going to fill out and fill around those guys? And I'm rooting for Sasha up there, man. I can see, you know, Toronto's a more international city, might feel more at home for him. And so I'm rooting for him up there.
And make no mistake, if this is basically what the Kings do, what they've done yesterday and today, that would be massively underwhelming and disappointing. We're assuming that there are a lot more things that they have planned, a lot more things that they will get done.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah,
And I think the timing of the trade goes back to what I was saying earlier with free agency starting. You're clearing some cap space because free agency begins Sunday. You can start talking to other teams' free agents. And so I think the timing isn't a coincidence. Like, you get this deal done now so you can go out there and pursue whether it's a Najee Marshall or somebody like that.
Yeah, and I know we went over this earlier, but that's absolutely key to this. I know there are some longtime Kings fans who look at this trade and say, man, it's just like the old Kings. They're just saving money. And that's not really what's going on. They're cutting costs here with this trade so that they can spend that money, not because they don't have money to spend and they need money because they're broke. It's because they want to open up money under the new CBA that they can then spend on.
They want to spend more money.
Yeah.
Basically is what it is, you know? And so I'm excited, man. I know some people are a little disappointed. Didn't get the fireworks yesterday, but as our boy Keith Smith said, he tweeted this out, you know, you don't trade 2 players and 2 picks just to sit on it, you know, for a guy like, you know, you do that for a reason. And I think this is one of the early dominoes to fall for the Kings.
Mm-hmm. And again, as far as 2 picks in addition to 2 players, my guess there, Drapes, is that the Kings needed to do that to sweeten the pot. There just wasn't as much of a market for those 2 guys as most Kings fans would assume there was.
Right.
And in order to get Toronto to help them out with this, that's what they had to give them.
Yeah. You know, Whitey, we got to have an honest discussion, though. I feel like maybe we're blowing smoke up the Kings fan base butts here, selling them pie in the sky dreams here.
On what count? On what?
Kyle Kuzma. Do we really have the assets to get Kyle Kuzma? Let's keep it real, Whitey.
Yes.
If you're Washington.
Yes, because you have a lot of number ones, unless his price just went through the roof.
And how much are you willing to pay?
Well, that I have no
Are you trying to give up 3 number ones for Kyle Kuzma? Kings fans?
That wasn't the question. Yeah, and
I'm just saying.
Would Monty do
would
that?
Would Monty even do that?
It is interesting that the Camry, the Corolla LE is still available. So I hadn't parted with that.
Right.
So he still has that, presumably as a chip.
Let me follow this up by saying, and Jay, I would love to hear your take on this as well. How long has the Toyota Corolla LE been sitting with the for sale sign in the front yard?
We actually took it out of the front yard. It's in the back now. We have it on Craig's list, Craig Elo's list.
You know what I mean?
It's on Facebook Marketplace.
Right, it's all, you moved into Facebook. But how long has it been out there?
A while. Yeah.
But we're not talking just this offseason, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the last year. But you know what it is for me? Unlike Whitey, I think we're still utilizing it. We're still getting, using it to go to work, and we're still back and forth. We're putting miles on it still as we continue to sell it.
Does Monty know that we're doing that?
I think so.
So my fear, fellas, is if that Toyota Corolla LE package has been on the market since trade deadline, no takers. Draft night, no takers.
I'm assuming that's because it was basically, here you go, here's the car. And in reality, in order to make something happen, it's going to have to be, here's the car, plus this pick. And look again, Kel Bridges, what he went for. It's going to take at least 2 picks.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
have a shot.
That's what I'm saying.
At anything. And that's probably going to be light.
Right. That's what I'm worried about. Like, let's say Utah wants Kyle Kuzma. Like, the competition and the packages these teams are getting, like, the market has changed. The price has gone up. And that's what I'm concerned about. Joe M on the YouTube chat, Sactown Sports 1140. Do we really want Kyle Kuzma?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Please, that is the worst case scenario for the Kings, is to get Kyle Kuzma. I'd rather run it back than get that guy.
I was going to ask the question. Run it back or get Kuzma?
Can't run it back unless you
See?
add something. But Kuzma doesn't have to be what you add. I thought it was interesting last night, and we probably have the sound, when Monty was asked about improving the team. And the first thing he said, I believe, was something like, we know we have to improve the team from within. That's like the first thing he mentioned. And then he also talked about, in more vague terms, well, we have to, do some other things. But it made me wonder when that was the first thing he said, if maybe they are scaling back or just pivoting a little bit off of Kuzma, your boy Zach LaVine, Jeremy Grant. Maybe they're looking at, all right, we have this draft pick, and then we're going to look at the MLE, what we can get.
Sorry, I just tuned you out there. No offense. Shams just tweeted something out, so I was paying attention. I didn't hear a word you said.
You didn't have to say that, actually. You can just say, and here's something.
Yeah, I'm honest, though, big fella. I'm being honest here. Louisiana Tech's Isaiah Crawford, according to Shams, has agreed to a two-way NBA deal with the Sacramento Kings.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I, but
Isaiah Crawford I know, but who's the guy that you said reported?
Shams? All right. But hold on. Didn't we have Jordan Ford on a two-way? Mason Jones?
Yep.
And was Slauson, or did we give Slauson a
no, I think he's just on a second-year deal. I mean, a second-round deal.
Really? Okay. All right. I don't know who this kid is, but to give him a two-way deal. Oh, he signed a one-year contract. Slauson did, and a restricted free agent next season. Jalen Slauson. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. Let's look him up. Isaiah Crawford is the name.
So you tuned me out to read up on Isaiah Crawford, and you have no idea who it is.
Right.
I see how things go around here.
Hey, 22-year-old guy, played at Louisiana Tech, averaged 16.3 points, 6 rebounds, listed at 6'6", full 4-year player at Louisiana Tech, blocked 1.7 shots, 2.1 steals last year.
Keon wasn't drafted, was he? Wasn't Keon signed after the
Yeah,
draft?
he was signed.
Yeah.
There goes something here, fellas. A little draft information. Isaiah Crawford is one of the most NBA-ready prospects this year. Crawford has shown that he can knock down shots from deep and be incredibly impactful defensively. With his 3-and-D skill set, he would be a great sleeper pick in the draft for teams looking for players who can play right away.
Who said that?
This is Sports Illustrated, Jeremy Woo.
Okay.
And how tall is he? You said 6'6",
right? I got him listed as 6'6", 220, forward out of Texas, played at Louisiana Tech.
See, that's shrewd. That sounds like a guy that you could have gotten with your 45th pick. You didn't need it.
You didn't need it, right? Exactly.
Or that second-round pick.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Pick.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
didn't even need it to get him.
Monty making moves.
Need bigger moves, though. Yeah. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We'll get back to the phones. Also, the picks around the West that might have Kings fans a little nervous. Finally, we'll get to that when we come back to Sactown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, Sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown. Sheer insanity mixed with adrenaline and horsepower bring you the most exciting action-packed weekend during the NorCal Stampede. This is round 1 of the 2024 West Coast Ultra 4 USA Series. All day Saturday, June 29th at Prairie City. Come join us for some of the most extreme high-speed rock racing action with drivers tackling a course riddled with crazy jumps and punishing rock obstacles. This race will be the only West Coast qualifier for the King of the Hammers. Tickets are only $30 at the gate, and camping is also available. Prairie City SVRA in Rancho Cordova. Be there.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.com.
Crawford to you said a two-way
contract, yeah. So this guy's going to be in camp. He's going to be in Stockton, shuttling back and forth, and so that's a name we got to get used to around here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's interesting that based on what we know of this guy, which isn't much, frankly, you could have seen him going in the second round, maybe with your 45th pick, and as I said earlier, now you have him, and you didn't even need the 45th pick to get him.
Yeah, you didn't need that, and you cleared the cap space that you need to go out there and make a move in free agency. And if there's a guy you like and he's not going to get drafted, bring him into camp. And, the fact that they signed him to a two-way contract right off the jump shows me that they were high on this kid.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140 is the number. You want to join us, join the conversation, or shoot us a text. Let's see what Curtis has to say on Sactown Sports. Curtis Hicks, how are you?
I'm doing good. Whitey and Drapes, how y'all doing?
What's up, Curtis?
Hey, Drapes, I got to get at you for a second real quick before I get to my King's take, okay?
All right, go ahead, man. What you got?
the Tupac impact culturally, we're not talking about popularity contests and stuff like that in digital media age, is by far destroying anything Taylor Swift can do. That's that period right there. Point blank. Now, let me get to the Kings.
Hold on. You can't do that, big fella. You can't do that. First of all, you and Jay are moving the goalpost. I just said more people know who Taylor Swift is than Tupac. That's it. That's the end of. Don't tell me about cultural impact, album sales, chart toppers, gold records. I'm saying more people know who Taylor Swift is. She is a more popular artist.
Contest is?
Yes, and I'm okay. That was the only argument, big fella.
She wins the popularity contest.
She wins the popularity contest.
But cultural impact. I'm talking about impact.
You're right about that. There's no argument there, big fella. The argument is who's more popular.
Curtis concedes that point, but Jay will not.
Jay won't even concede that. Jay won't concede that. Go ahead, man. What else you got?
All right. The pick. I think people are out there confusing short with you can play. So somebody must have got their feelings hurt back in the day and somebody told them they were too short to play basketball. Nah, you just weren't good enough. If you were good enough, the shortness don't matter. Okay. Now let me get that out the way. Now the trade. Everybody wanted Monty to make a trade, and then he makes a trade, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like that trade." What is it that you really want? Pick one. Okay? Your Niner fandom whining, crying ways are bleeding into the Royal Kingdom. We don't need the negativity. We don't need the negativity.
Well said, Curtis.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
You were wrong about the Taylor Swift stuff, but other than that,
no, you weren't.
Other than that,
no, I'm not wrong about the Taylor Swift
Jay,
stuff.
you ain't cut him
versus popularity.
I thought he was gone too.
I thought Whitey said keep him.
Yeah, you're right.
There is no comparison, and the impact will make you more popular. So I don't agree with the popularity contest now, Drake.
All right, Curtis Hicks, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, you're
All
getting
right,
double
Curtis.
teamed.
Nah, because they know they're wrong. Like Taylor Swift is America's darling right now. Like, and Jay, we've talked about this before. Superstardom. Does your parents know? Does your grandma know? Everybody in America has heard of Taylor Swift.
And Tupac.
I can't. No.
So you're saying the children haven't heard of Tupac?
No, I'm saying there are people in Montana who don't know who Tupac is. People who in Wyoming don't know who. Man, you gotta get out some.
I think there's an age gap.
Travel the country.
I wiggle a lot. That's the problem. I do wiggle. I just don't wiggle in the Taylor Swift circles, I guess.
Anybody,
my
10 and older knows who Taylor Swift is. Not everybody 10 and older know who's Tupac
they do,
is.
Man.
No,
this dude is a living legend.
Jay, you're killing me,
this
man.
dude still has gear, clothes, and stuff at the local Walmart.
No,
kids.
Sac. Go to the local Walmart
in Wyoming,
North Dakota.
Yes.
No.
Those are the ones that's rocking popcorn.
No, they not. Jay, come on, man. You're just trying to argue right now. You're just trying to argue right now, Jay.
Call up the Walmart in North
Bozeman.
Dakota.
Look, I was in Bozeman, right? True story.
Yeah.
I'm in Bozeman. I was managing a rap group, and I won't say who it was. And I went on a tour. It's like a 30-city tour within 2 months, literally 30 cities in 61 days. Bozeman, North Dakota, South Dakota, these places. Tupac's a legend.
When was this?
Probably about 6 years ago.
It's different now. No, Taylor Swift is bigger now than she's ever been. Taylor Swift changed the NFL. Like the NFL.
Yeah, they stole the Super Bowl from us. You're right.
That's what I'm saying, big fella. Come on, Jay.
Curtis Hicks says, I just dropped the mic on Drapes.
Oh, you know what's so funny about Curtis Hicks? Think about this. He calls up the show. What's the first thing he does? Let me run to the YouTube chat. Hey, guys, I just called in and shocked Drapes. Curtis, get out, big fella. It's a nice day outside, 90-something degrees. Go for a walk. Go throw the Frisbee around. Get out to mom's basement, big fella. Come on.
He's a dog, man.
Thank you for your contributions to the show, Curtis. We're grateful. Who in the West, based on their picks, are you worried about? I know you're worried about the Lakers more than anybody, right? With Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
That's one that concerns you?
No, I mean, there's a number of them that concerns
Reed
me.
Shepard to Houston? They're going crazy
but they got too many young guys. You know, Houston, that doesn't scare me as much. The fact that the Lakers got Dalton Connect, that scares me.
Yeah.
I think this guy, he's already leapfrogged Max Christie and all these other guys. He's going to be a 10 to 12 point per game scorer his first year. And you give the Lakers what they need, shooting and scoring at multiple levels. And I look at them, I look at what we did because I love the Devin Carter pick, and I love Dillingham going to Minnesota. That's a steal. A grand theft larceny from San Antonio getting that guy. Can you imagine him and Anthony Edwards? So those are the three teams out west I think really helped themselves last night.
Can I give you the chestnut checkers move of the night? And maybe it was wrong, but this is like, whoa. Okay, so it's that San Antonio, Minnesota thing where San Antonio at 8, they got Dillingham, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They trade him to the Timberwolves for a protected swap 6 years from now and an unprotected first 7 years from now. It's funny because Jay and I were talking yesterday about, the Kings will trade for these picks in 2030. And this is basically what the Spurs did. And here's why they did it. Somebody broke this down. I think it was in The Ringer. Edwards, Ant-Man, can become a free agent in 2029. That's the year before the Spurs receive a swap, 2 years before they get the unprotected. So the Spurs are looking all the way down the road and saying, the Timberwolves are going to implode. The salary cap's going up. Limited assets. Ant-Man will walk. They'll be terrible. When they are, we'll get their first round pick in 2030.
That's
wow.
That's a little too much, right? That's the meme with the guy at the chalkboard and all the things are spinning around his head and everything like that. Dude, they're being too clever with it right now. And they may be right, but come on.
You got Wemby. You should try to be good right now.
Right. You're not. You should. It'd be different if they traded for a pick, Whitey, 2 years from now. Next year.
Yes.
6 and 7 years? How does that help you? If I'm Victor Wembanyama, I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah. A protected swap 6 years from now, unprotected first, 7 years from now, when Wemby will be in the middle of his second contract. That is
when Taylor Swift fans will be in high school.
I tell you what,
that was a good shot.
Yeah, I'm closer to going to Vancouver for that Taylor Swift concert than I've ever been, fellas. It's happening. It's going to happen.
That's good.
I didn't travel for a Tupac concert.
I like Compio says Taylor Swift's not hating on anybody. Why should we hate on Taylor Swift?
Exactly, Jay.
That's a lie.
Taylor Swift ain't hate on you.
That's a lie.
Why you hating on her?
She did. She hated on the 49ers. That's me.
But that's
me.
That's weak.
She hating on them dance moves.
Hating on them dance moves.
When we come back, what's next for the Kings? Did Monty kind of tamp down offseason expectations last night? We also have Bill Cotch coming up from the Providence Journal with the latest on Devin Carter. What kind of guy are the Kings getting? Jerry Reynolds is going to join us today, too. So still lots to get to on this day after the first day of the draft. Drive, guys. Sactown Sports.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. And right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection. See our exceptional selection of Elk Grove Honda certified pre-owned Hondas with interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth. And if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS has raised the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes in recent years. This hits hard if you're behind on your taxes. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. If you owe the IRS today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, the experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your new home for 49ers football in the 916.
Sactown Sports.
as a group are feeling a little underwhelmed, feeling a little like, we thought more was going to happen. And there's still every indication that some things can happen. A lot of strong indications that something significant in terms of a trade will happen. We did have the trade today, which has actually left a lot of fans feeling befuddled. Some disappointed with news that Davion Mitchell, and Sasha Vezenkov have been sent to Toronto.
Mr. Vezenkov.
And Davion Mitchell, along with the 45th pick today, second-round pick, and a future second-round pick, in exchange for Jalen McDaniels. Jalen McDaniels was surprised himself when he found out today. He's working on his game in the gym. He found out he'd been traded to Sacramento.
We going to Sac.
Yeah, fresh start, man. Revenge tour still, though. Yeah, man, we're back to Sac.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm hella excited.
All right.
New year, new team, new journey.
Contract year.
Facts.
Stay professional.
We've been here before.
Okay, we was here in college too. So you know what it is. Professionalism. Come on.
Right.
Extra work.
Extra grind.
Yeah. I'm on your bumper all year. Frenches too. Full court press.
That's his trainer. That's Jalen McDaniels' trainer. Clint, you said, is his name?
Yeah,
Okay.
Clint Parker, and that's Jalen. Clint Park, excuse me.
Clint
And
Parks.
Jalen's going back and forth
Okay.
telling him, look, you could see he's got a little shock,
Sure.
disappointment, belief. I don't, you can see he's still trying to figure it out right
You're
now.
trying to process it. Like, wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
if I'm him, fellas, though, I'm looking at the roster. They don't have anybody like him on the Kings I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
6'9".
There's a lot to like about it.
you
Really
know,
is. I don't want to make it
7-foot
sound like
wingspan.
this is some guy. He's, his brother's a really good player. So I'm not trying to, overstate it. But there are some things to like about him coming here. It's just that's not what the move was about. Let's be honest.
Yeah. He's not the big carrot, cherry on top of this move. But man, 10.6 points per game in 56 games with Charlotte in 2022-23.
There's no cherry on top of this deal. Let's be honest. It's like you got you got some zucchini on the side,
Wow.
which is nice, right? But you don't make a trade for salary considerations and have a cherry on top of that.
No, because there's something else that's going to
Now,
be
that's
the
a
cherry.
cherry, yeah.
Okay, I'm with you
Yeah.
on that. I hear you. I see what you mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and I, hate to just get everybody riled up and excited, but you don't do this move without the expectations of doing something. And with free agency opening up Sunday, and we're going to play our wheel of names at some point today, the Kings are in position to make some moves. Like, I know you were high on the mid-level exception, being able to use that. Now it looks like we can.
The full
MLE.
taxpayer.
Non-taxpayer.
That's the difference. You had to lower salary because if you don't lower salary, then you are a taxpayer. If you're a taxpayer, the mid-level exception is like 5 or 6 million.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're non-taxpayer, which you get by lowering your salary, 12.9.
Yes. And let me throw out some names really quickly of guys that could be available.
Let me just say this before you do that. As I said earlier, when we go over these names, I get a lot more excited, frankly, than I do when we go over names that maybe they could trade for this guy or that guy.
Because why do you think? Because these are more realistic? Or?
They're more realistic, and also there's just there are less problems attached to them, and in most cases, a lot less risk.
Okay.
But they're typically not as high ceiling. But go ahead.
Jeff Green.
No.
Okay.
How about
Caleb
you?
Martin?
Yeah, Caleb Martin. Yeah.
Yeah. See.
Are you in on Jeff Green?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, he'd be like fallback plan. He'd be. And I love Jeff.
Talk about the Eras tour.
Jalen Smith. You know,
Yes.
so there are some guys. I'm saying this because there are some guys out there.
Yes,
that
I agree.
can be had with that mid level. That you can get.
Wasn't a guy? Haven't you been talking about Gary Trent a lot?
Yeah, Gary Trent, but that was as a replacement for Malik.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
Now that Malik's back, I don't need him. How about Cam Reddish? Taking a flyer on him?
No.
Okay.
There's one. See, now he's a little too risky for me right now.
A little too risky. Okay, and I'm just looking at, forwards, really, guys that could play small forward or power forward right now. Miles Bridges, we already talked. Royce O'Neal.
Maybe. He wouldn't be at the top of my list. But he's on my list.
He wants to re-sign with Phoenix.
Does he? They already said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he wants to sign like a 4-year deal, too.
I will say
maybe this list isn't as juicy.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that, Whitey, and this is at the forward spot. I'm
what about, is Obi Toppin on your list?
But he's restricted. That's easy to match. 12.9 million, 4-year, 53 million or whatever it is. That's easy to match for Indiana, I think. It's their own free agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't they re-up him? So I just don't think he would be the guy. Let me look at centers really quickly. And I'm not going with Valanciunas. Mason Plumlee?
Sure.
Unrestricted.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I got a more pressing needs, but sure. Your guy, I know you mentioned him, Robert Williams III.
Yeah.
There's lots of reports.
Time Lord.
Yeah, confirming that, well, actually, it's not confirming, a lot more speculation that he's going to be available after they got Klingon. And you're in on him, right?
100%.
See him on the wheel.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Let me stop then. If he's on the wheel, I don't need to get it. But yes, I like Robert Williams. Obviously, the knock is he's never healthy. But you ask the people in Boston, ask the fan base, when he played, he was a difference maker. Their record with him versus without him prior to this year, he added something.
Yeah. You take care of your rim protection concerns.
Yes. Rim protection, lob threat, vertical spacing, as they call it. We don't have that. We don't have anybody that can catch lobs. And so I would take, and I don't think it's going to cost you a whole lot.
And since he left Boston, they've done nothing.
Right. Him, Marcus Smart, all these guys, Grant Williams.
Yeah.
No, but if he can play, though, that's the thing with Robert Williams. He had the injury again this past season. He's only 26, right? He'd be 27 come October. He only played in 6 games this past season.
David Myers in the chat wants to know, Drapes, why are you a no on Jonas?
Man, is this what radio is, fellas? You guys are radio veterans. We've been over this 1,000 times already. Whitey's like, yeah, Drapes, this is pretty much. I know it's a new audience, and so I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm still learning, guys. My bad. Jonas just doesn't fit. Him and Sabonis can't play together. You're not going to bring that guy here to back up Sabonis. It's just from a basketball standpoint, doesn't fit. I actually like the player a lot. Rebounder, a little toughness, but he doesn't fit in.
Emmy's back on the chat.
She didn't go to the Raptors.
She says, I'm so happy for Sasha.
All right.
That's nice. I didn't think we'd hear from her anymore.
I know. Emmy, will you still listen to the drive, guys, and still weigh in? Or we only hear from her twice a year when the Raptors play the Kings.
That's nice. Thank you. I don't even know if she's listening. She's on the chat. Thank you, Emmy. I hope it all works out for Sasha.
Yeah. Pamela
We're going to
Lewis.
lose our Sasha source now.
I know, right? She was on top of that. Pamela Lewis says, yes, they can. Is she talking about Valanciunas and Domas? I don't think so. What do you think, Whitey? Valanciunas and Domas playing together?
That doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't, right? And Valanciunas is a starting center in this league, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to start for us. Mike Brown, how many times last year did Mike Brown use a double big lineup? Twice I can recall. Mm-hmm. And so it's just not happening.
Well, it's like AB916 is asking, and I think a lot of people are jumping on that. Hey, Valanciunas at the 5, Domas at the 4. It probably would not work.
No, it wouldn't work. First of all, let's talk defensively. Is Domas really guarding 4s? Is he guarding LeBron James? Is that what we want? Like, is he guarding Jason Tatum? Because Tatum's the 4 out there. Jaylen Brown's the 3. Are we having Domantas Sabonis guard Jason Tatum? No. And then offensively, we've been begging Domas to shoot the outside shot for 2 years now. Now you're moving him further away from the basket, and he's not a stretch 4. It just doesn't make sense.
Do you remember, is his first name Andrea or Andres Nocioni?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love Nocioni.
Yeah, great guy. Yeah. He was here. It's funny because you talk about, is Domas going to guard LeBron? Nocioni would this was probably LeBron's early in his career, not his first year. Nocioni would have to guard him when they were here. And he worked so hard. You could not work harder. And he got destroyed. He had no chance. But I'll never forget, man, that guy's working hard.
Really?
He had
no shot at it.
None. But man, he gave it everything he had.
Nocioni, if I'm correct, got the last laugh on Argentina in the Olympics, right? They beat Team USA, if I recall. So
it was a really good player, but it just impressed me. It's like, there's a guy that has no shot, and he's still giving it everything he has.
Yeah, he tried and still couldn't do anything.
Yeah. We got to get to the wheel. You want to get to the wheel?
We got time? We want to take a quick break?
Yeah.
Jay, you got the wheel fired up?
Wheel's ready to go, fella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay will get the wheel greased up. We'll be right back with a look at what new names are on the wheel today when we come right back. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. This 4th of July, we know it's right around the corner, and we know what that means. Grilling, hanging with family, for me, even golfing, and of course, riding around in my all-new Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV. I'm here to tell you this 4th of July is the perfect time to celebrate with incredible lease offers from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. You can drive your dream car for just $444 per month with $4,000 down, or you can enjoy 1.99% APR on select certified pre-owned models. I urge you, go to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton right now. I did it, and it's the best car driving experience I've ever had. From the sales team to the service team, Mercedes-Benz of Stockton treats you right. So get your dream car right now and enjoy it over the holiday weekend. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Stockton today or online at mbofstockton.com. Just tell them your boy Drape sent you.
Your water heater, old, rusty, forgotten, we hardly ever even think about them until there's no hot water. Right now, get incredible rebates up to $3,000 off and financing available for as little as $40 a month. Leave it to Bronny to crank up the heat.
With us on the chat. She's called in, and she's back with us right now. Emmy joining us on Sactown Sports. Hello, Emmy. We're very happy
guys,
for you.
How's it going?
You tell me, Emmy, how you feeling today?
Very, very happy. I just want to tell you one fun fact. Last week in Greece, we're both at the same conference, at the same table, Sasha and his new coach now, Darko. They were at the same conference.
Really?
Oh, they were hanging out last week at the same conference.
No, it was a coach conference.
Oh.
It was a professional one.
Uh-huh. How do you think it's going to work
I'm
out?
happy for him.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. I know it was good for you all to be with Sasha, but he deserves better treatment
Yes.
than what he got here at the Kings. Sorry.
Yeah, it just didn't work out, but we appreciate having you with us, Emmy.
No, I think that, honestly, don't be upset with me, but I am thinking Mike Brown didn't like him that much.
It sure looks that way, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So-
all right. Yeah.
Emmy, are you still going to be calling in?
Yeah.
Oh, she gone. All right, Emmy. No, all good.
Yeah. Thank you very much for calling in, and all the best.
Man, gonna miss Emmy around these parts. I don't know if she'll weigh in, chime
I'm
in
gonna
as
miss
much.
Bang Bang Niner Gang. That's what
Oh,
no one
yeah,
said
that's-
like her. Yeah. Very nice of you to call in, Emmy. We appreciate that. We have the wheel ready to go, Jay?
We got the wheel ready to go, fellas. We ready to spin it?
Yeah, the wheel of names. Oh, first one. Let's go.
That thing right on out of there, fellas. Real quick. Let's see where it lands. Ooh, someone that I'm a little interested in. And might be on the move. Sounds like the Brooklyn Nets are ready to give everyone up. That'd be Dorian Finney-Smith. We'll start with you, Mr. Taylor Swift. a Swiftie. Are you in or are you out on Dorian Finney-Smith?
6'7", 31-year-old, I believe. Averaged 8.5 points, 4.7 rebounds. Shot 35%, 34.8 from three last season. I'm in on Dorian Finney-Smith. I think he's a good 3-and-D guy, not as a starter, but as an eighth man coming off your bench. I think when you look at the Kings, you need more veteran, more established, more experienced players off the bench. That's something I feel like we lacked this past season, and I'm talking NBA experience. And so I would take a flyer on Dorian Finney. Yeah. I don't think you'd have to give up a whole lot.
So I think you would. I think
really
Brooklyn, and
a first rounder.
At least I think Brooklyn is bonkers here, and
I don't know
now
about
they're going
that.
to get multiple firsts for everybody. I'm with you. I don't think he's worth that. But when you look at the Kings lineup, let's say he's on the floor, Dorian Finney-Smith. Let's say you had Sasha and you had Keegan and you have Fox and maybe Monk or whoever the two guards going to be. You got a lot of shooters there. You need somebody who's not going to want the ball, right? Who doesn't need it. Yeah. Dorian Finney-Smith would be perfect.
Right.
He'd be a perfect fit in that regard. So I am in on Dorian Finney-Smith. Guard people. I'll make it 3 if you give me the ball, but if you guys are going to do all the shooting, I'm fine with that.
That makes all of us.
Agree.
I'm in too.
Yeah, we all in? Okay, all right.
Go ahead.
Whitey's in on somebody.
Finish what you were going to say right there, Drake.
No, I'm just saying. And the thing about Dorian Finney-Smith, to Whitey's point, he can hang out in the corner, and when he catches it, he's going to be ready to shoot and knock it down, and we need more guys like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't need more guys that will shoot it. We need more guys that will knock it down.
Knock it down. Yes.
We go back to the wheel, fellas.
All right.
Ooh.
It's spinning a little quick.
I know.
Got a little
big spin there.
prices right there. A little action.
Gonna come up.
Ooh. We right back to Brooklyn, fellas. We stay in the Tri-City out that way.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Cam Johnson, my cousin. Whitey, we'll begin with you. Are you in or out? Cam Johnson just signed a new deal last year.
A year ago, before he signed that deal, I had him at the very top of my list, my Kings wish list. I think now, again, I think Brooklyn's asking for a lot, maybe too much, but I'm all the way in on a guy who defends either forward position and is a really good three-point shooter. In on Cam Johnson. Because I'm in, that means it's unlikely that Drapes will be in.
I'll let Drapes figure it out. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out on.
You're out? Tell me why.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good shooter.
No, the numbers.
But for some odd reason, to me, he's a good guy. He's like Kyle Kuzma. He's like Jordan Poole now. I think he's one of the better players on the Nets on a terrible team, and so his stats show a little bit. I don't trust the shooting enough. I don't think he's defensively aggressive. I think you could take advantage of him. I don't think he utilizes his body, which is big, as much. I'm just, and I think
the
he's
scouting
soft.
report on this guy.
I don't think he's soft, but I don't think he's aggressive enough for what I'm looking for the Kings.
The only pushback I'd give on that is, I mean, he's the defense. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right about the physicality, but he's been a good shooter since he first.
Yeah, he has. I just don't trust it. Like you said, I don't need someone who can shoot it. I need someone to knock down. Good. I'm looking for great. That's kind of.
I'm in on Cam Johnson. I'm in on him. Whitey's shocked over there. I know he's shocked.
Give me his 3-point percentage, Drapes, because I know you have it up.
I got it. 39% last season.
What about career?
39%.
It's really good.
39, right there.
39, 37, 45, 40, 42.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And when I look at him,
actually, I should say.
I think Brooklyn was hoping he'd be the 2 to Mikal Bridges 1. I don't know if he's a 1 or a 2. I think he's probably a number 4 guy on your team. Your starting 5. He in the pantheon, the pecking order, he'd be behind Fox, Sabonis, and Keegan. But he can knock down shots. His best years, as far as I'm concerned, the shooting-wise came with Phoenix when you're playing alongside Devin Booker. You had Chris Paul back then.
Yeah.
And so you're getting a lot of good looks. I actually like Cam Johnson, so I'm in on him. Who else we got, Jay?
Jay didn't like that.
I know.
I have to hit the wheel again now. My bad.
That's all right.
It's all good. Oh, we stay on the West Coast, fellas.
By the way, is that the first time you and I have agreed on being in on somebody?
No, we were just in The first one that we mentioned, Dorian Finney-Smith, right?
I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I don't even remember when I card.
I'm keeping track.
Okay.
We'll review once all the smoke clears after free agency. We'll review some of this. We stay on the West Coast, fellas, and we head to Phoenix.
Ooh, Phoenix.
Mr. Eric Gordon, speaking of shooting, looks like he is not going to re-sign with the Phoenix Suns. He has opted out. He's looking for a little bit of money. Drapes, you in or out on Eric Gordon?
I am OUT out on Eric Gordon. First of all, don't we have a logjam at guard already? We just re-signed my boy Malik Monk. Eric Gordon, 36 years old he'll be in December. I just think his best days are past him. You know, if he came here, I could see him being a DNP CD a few times. He's just not that guy anymore. I'm out on Eric Gordon.
I need shooting, but I need a guy who can do more than shooting. And he's kind of a relic, and bless him, he's had a fine career.
Yeah.
I may need a pizza guy. I don't need a 4 pizza guy. So I'm out.
A 4 pizza guy?
He's big. He's a big kid.
God. 4. He got
What?
girth.
Yeah,
he got girth to him.
man.
That's all. He's not chubby or anything.
What are you talking
just
about?
that I know. Come on. Call him a 4 pizza guy.
Why
That's terrible.
I need a 4 pizza guy.
That's terrible.
I just want to see if you're paying attention.
Man, he's been around for a minute, though.
Yeah, good for
Jesus.
him.
I could talk to you about.
I didn't know he was that old, to be honest.
Yeah, he's 35 right now. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the wheel.
All right, who you got?
Let's shoot down to the wheel.
By the way, coming up, bottom of the hour, Bill Cotch is going to join us from the Providence Journal with an inside word on the newest King, Devin.
Man, our wheel seems to like Brooklyn and the East Coast right now.
Again?
$40 million, fellas. You willing to accept it with Ben Simmons?
This guy.
Are you in or are you out on Ben? You know, right now, this is Ben's season. This is when he shows out. He's in the gym.
Right. He's putting
back.
out the workout videos
He's
and
back.
everything.
Why do you in or out on Ben Simmons?
Is there any way in the NBA, like another team can pay a salary or something like that? Because, I mean, I just, for the sake of it, I would love to give him one more shot. Especially because he can defend. If I had any indication that he has any interest in actually playing basketball,
stretch him out, stretch provision.
I want to be in, but I can't. I mean, I really want to just to be able to say I'm in. I just can't. I can't be. Not right now. Out. Carmichael Dave's favorite guy, one of his favorite guys.
I'm out too, for all the reasons.
I'm out. If he played, I would be in.
Meaning, if you knew he was going to give you 50 games.
Yeah, if he's giving me 60 games,
okay,
I would be in. He'd be a good power forward for you. Guy that can handle the rock. You can run the offense through him. He can push the ball, rebound. I would be in. 15 games last year, fellas. 42 the year before that. Missed an entire season, 58. He's like the most injury-prone player in the NBA right now. So I'm out on Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he's got back problems, too, on top of everything else. Back problems is kind of like electrical problems in your house, you know, where like things don't work and you don't know why.
Yeah.
You can't fix them. And sometimes when a back goes out, especially on a basketball
You're
player,
done.
you can't really
do
fix
nothing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
He's out. I'm out.
Shoot to the wheel.
Sorry, Ben.
He's at that infusion in the back, too. That's tough, too. Ooh, fellas, it look like we are. We're staying on the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
Coming a little more towards the Midwest, talking about the guy that Kendrick Lamar talked about, K-Dot. Glad he's back, and he left Toronto. He was in Chicago as of late. DeMar DeRozan. Whitey, you in or you out on the slasher?
Oh, DeMar.
I love DeMar DeRozan. I love what his daughter, how loud she was. And almost helped get the Heat out of the playoffs. Not this past year, but the year before. He's never been a great three-point shooter. I think he would have been a nice pickup for the Kings last year before he became a free agent. Right now, with what it's going to cost, I don't see him with his age. I don't see him as a good fit for my timeline. And I really like him. It's hard to say, but I'm out on DeMar DeRozan.
Wow, you out on DeMar?
Yeah.
Future Hall of Famer DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's more about fit than I don't have any issue with him. I've always loved DeMar DeRozan.
My guy Jay Wood says in on DeMar DeRozan.
I'm following Jay Wood. I'm in.
You going in?
Yeah, I think he's got 2 more, and I'm riding it out. I'm trying to win the championship, fellas. I'm not playing for, people that's in a AAU 12 and under. Like, because that's what 2031 is.
Participation trophy?
Yeah, I'm not doing that right
doing
now.
that?
Yeah, I'm not at the local high school with with 200 teams, for AAU. I'm trying to win this year. I'm in on DeMar. I think if you can get him for a 1+1 or, see how it goes, a 2 plus a 3, and you catch him for 25, 30, which he may not, but who knows? I'll take a flyer.
Yeah, I don't think we can get him. I'm a pass on DeMar. I'm a huge DeMar DeRozan fan. I like him as a person, as a player. I think he's a Hall of Famer, but not on our team. We just can't get him. And if we can somehow get him,
yeah, that's a tough one.
But so I'm out on DeMar.
Oh man, we'll take one more spin on the wheel, fellas. See if we can get a little West Coast love here. Oh, we do get a little West Coast love. We stay close to the West Coast.
Yeah.
We talking about the man up to I-80. The man who's a 4-time NBA champ.
4-time champ?
That'd be Mr. Klay Thompson.
Oh.
Klay Thompson.
That's your guy, Whitey.
You're
Warriors.
You're out. You in or you out on Klay Thompson?
I'm out. I don't have to think of it that long. If no Malik or anything like that, I still think Klay has some value. I still think he can knock down shots. His defense is trash right now. I feel like he's old, getting up there in age, although he does have something to prove. But I don't think we'll be able to get him financially. I'm out on Klay Thompson.
I just saw something. Orlando is expected to offer him something like 50-something for
2 years. 50
yeah,
million.
so he's going to get more money somewhere else. The Kings now, they have that backlog that they had to address with a move today. Their backlog in the backcourt. So there's lots of reasons why it doesn't make sense. But if there's any way it would make sense, he does know the system. He is a proven shooter, and I need more shooting. If there's any way I can be Jay, I'm in on Klay. I don't see how it works, and I know that it doesn't really make sense.
What?
But if there's any way I can be in on Klay, I'm in on Klay.
That's interesting.
What's Klay, though? Is your 7th man? Is he your starter?
Probably
starter.
Yeah.
He's your starter.
Damn. Klay
started off guard.
Over Malik Monk?
Yes.
And they had Kevin Huerter over Malik last year.
I know.
They had. Again, Mike Brown sees it as, Malik's the microwave.
The
air fryer. He's the air fryer.
Yeah. And you can go 3 guards, and Klay can essentially play.
You know what? You guys might be getting me to change my mind on this.
I just don't see how they could do it, but I would do it if I could, if there was any way.
And I think you can speak to Klay and talk to him and say, listen, man, I don't need you to play 38 minutes no more. We got Malik Monk.
Right.
Give me 27.
Damn.
Let's get the best that we possibly can out of those legs.
Klay, you want to stick it to your old team?
Right. Just come up here.
That's what we live for.
The vengeance.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. He's on a revenge tour.
Like
Jalen McDaniels said.
So you didn't actually say, Jay.
You know what's crazy? This is going to surprise you.
He tried to move on.
Right. He's moving on.
Because I've been on record. This is my guy.
This is your guy.
This is my guy. I have to be in. I absolutely have to be in.
All right.
I just don't see, as you guys say, I don't see where, any form or fashion he takes a discount to be here. Yeah, I would love to see it, just to say one of my favorite basketball players played in the Kings jersey. But I'm with Drapes, with Malik Monk. I expect Malik to play 30 minutes next year or more. If he doesn't, it's a travesty.
Yeah,
it really is. And I just don't see where Klay could be, effective in 15, 20 minutes unless he moves down to 3. Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing is you have a new guard, probably going to play a lot of 2-guard, Devin Carter.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to find out more about him when we come back. We'll catch up with Bill Cotch from the Providence Journal, the sports reporter there. He knows Devin Carter like few do, so we'll get the scoop on the newest King when we come right back. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
It's been said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And when it comes to a nice, cool summer, it's so true. Right now, get a complete air conditioner tune-up for just $59. Bronny, plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Bronny.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
My good friends, Dr. Jack Friedlander and Dr. Pash in Roseville and in San Francisco are offering not only confidence, not only security, but also the ability, if you ain't insecure, to go from the roster to the all-star team. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about UpsizeMatters.com. Time after time, vote after vote, circumference, or as we call it, girth, is consistently ranked as the most important attribute. And Dr. Jack and Dr. Pash can give you a free consultation. The procedure can be done on the same day as your consultation with immediate results. It's non-surgical. It's virtually pain-free, safe, effective, long-lasting, semi-permanent, and doctor-performed. For more information, go to upsizematters.com. Go to upsizematters.com. Make that change. Make the all-star team. Get your girth on.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bronny.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Clear and comfortable Thursday night. Light winds, temperatures drop into the mid-60s. As we go through Friday, expect highs in the mid-90s with plenty of sun. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Every fan of every team.
Oh, my goodness.
Everyone who follows LeBron, Tatum, and Embiid in the app. Every warrior who's ready to go to battle over three-point percentages. Every streetwear king who's here for the tunnel fits. Every young buck, nugget, and grizzly who wants to take a peek behind the scenes of the league. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth. Download the NBA app today. Available in the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports. With 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot, a lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
You know, with the trade happening today, we really haven't talked that much about the newest king, have we? Devin Carter, the big news.
I know, right? Yeah.
Take him with the 13th pick. Monty was very excited about that, or he was very enthused, as you pointed out. Monty doesn't seem to get overly excited.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons he does his job well. But I'm buying what he was selling. Like, hey, we didn't think he'd be there at 13. We jumped on him.
Right, exactly. Most mock drafts had him in the top 10. And when he's sitting there at 13, it's like, oh, let's get him. That's our guy. And so,
yeah, but he's not very big.
Right.
Another guard, a small guard. So I shouldn't say it that way, but a lot of people,
that's what they
heard from people on Twitter. That's what a lot of Kings fans are saying. Disappointed. Oh, another small guard.
That's all they're saying.
They should have drafted a far inferior player who was taller.
Everybody would have been happy then. And we know Monty's going to make more moves to clear out the.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I think other things are going to happen. And so, if this guy can play, nobody will care, though. I don't care if you got 8 guards, but if Devin Carter is one of your top 2 or 3, then you know what? That was a great draft pick for the Sacramento Kings.
Let's learn more about the newest king. Nice enough to join us. He covers sports for the Providence Journal, and he was also covering the draft. Bill Cotch with us. How are you today, Bill?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
We're good. Thank you very much for your time. I know you're busy here. What do you think about Devin Carter's game? What part of his game do you think translates best to the NBA?
Well, the athleticism first. Obviously is able to play and rebound above his size at 6'3". His effort at both ends of the floor, his competitiveness, and also his professionalism, guys. You're talking about a kid who was raised by a father who played 13 years in the league, and there's a lot to be said for habits, daily, weekly, monthly, and everything that led to this point. So for Devin, playing at that level almost feels like it's going to be second nature for him.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you, Bill, do you envision him as a guy that can play right away, or is he going to take a little more time seasoning to develop?
Well, he's an older player, has significant college experience, played in a good league in the Big East. I think he's certainly somebody who could play a role off the bench early, someone who could give you some defensive energy at first and, then potentially find his offensive game as he goes. But, just character-wise, I think he'll be willing to do just about whatever Mike Brown asks of him.
Yeah, along those lines, Bill, that brings up something that it seems apparent from what we read about him and from the little that we've seen of him. But I want to ask you, you would know selflessness, which, it's an important part of a good basketball team. Selflessness seems to be one of his strong points. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, he's well liked by his teammates. He plays hurt. He'll play whatever role you ask. He's good with us in the media. Thoughtful. You ask him a question, he'll answer it. You ask him how he's feeling, he'll lie about it a little bit. Because he was the focal point for Providence this past year. But I would say that he's very mature for someone his age and someone who's just coming into the league.
Bill, I saw he averaged 19 points per game last season. Where did he do most of his scoring? Is he a mid-range guy getting to the bucket, knock down the three? Where would you say his points come from mostly?
Made a huge improvement in perimeter shooting, guys. If you look at what he did last year, jumped about 9 or 10 percentage points from three. And, I think that's really what cemented him as a draftable prospect in the first round. The defensive energy was already there. The intangibles were already there. The athleticism, you felt like you knew something about him in that way. But the shooting and being able to spread the floor, I think, that was really important to add to his game this year. And, it just couples with his ability to get to the rim and, defensively, the way he can be disruptive and get out and score in transition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're talking with Bill Cotch from the Providence Journal. He's been covering Devin Carter, knows him as well as, few people know him as well as Bill does as a player. I have to ask you about the jump shot. As you pointed out, Bill, his three-point numbers were much improved last year. But just watching some, recently some video of him, that jump shot is a little funky looking. There's a little delay or something. But would you say that the jump shot, despite his improvement, is it maybe fair to say it's kind of still a work in progress?
Yeah, it improved a lot over the course of the year, but you're right. It is unorthodox. It's a slow release. It's a little bit from his chest and not too high. You could see him struggling against, other shooting guards who are 6'6", 6'7" in the NBA who have a couple extra inches on him. I know one game at UConn this year, he's playing up against Steph Castle, who was a top 5 pick by the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
And Castle at 6'6" really gave him a hard time with extra size and extra length. So that's something that he's going to have to work on, being a little quicker, shooting off the dribble, shooting off the catch, just getting the shot off. He's definitely going to have to work on that. But he has improved so much shooting in a year. I'm tempted to think ahead to what it's going to look like in 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bill, man, it sounds like his work ethic is dynamite, tremendous. He's 6'2" and change without shoes, 6'3" and change with shoes. Any concerns about his size defensively in the NBA? There's been some comps to Drew Holiday, Derek White. I'll throw out Marcus Smart also. What do you make of some of those comps out there defensively?
Well, you always would be concerned if he's playing with another smaller guard. If he's playing with someone a little more length, a little more size, maybe you could hide him a little bit in matchups. But unless you're 6'6", 6'7" in an NBA backcourt these days, you probably will be outsized by at least one of the guys who you're guarding over the course of a game. What he does to counter that is he uses activity, uses his mind. He reads offenses well. You see him, frequently steal the ball, go to the other end for a layup. The other thing is at the combine, his testing numbers were elite. Standing vertical. In terms of speed. Just in terms of his athleticism. So I think he makes up a little bit of the gap in that way as well.
Mm-hmm. We're talking again with Bill Cotch, Providence Journal. Bill, we found out last night from Monty McNair that apparently Devin Carter has a little bit of a shoulder issue. Well, I shouldn't say a little. We don't know what the extent of it is, but he has a shoulder injury, so his availability for Summer League is in doubt now, and we hadn't heard anything about that. And I don't know if you had. I just wanted to ask, did you have any idea that he's been dealing with a shoulder injury? Do we have any more information on that?
He didn't play the last game of the year. That was in the NIT against Boston College. He was dealing with some ankle issues, some calf issues. He's a max effort guy. The guy who really puts a lot of beating on his body. So that is definitely something that the Kings will need to manage with him, his minutes, his workload. Just his style of play is so physical. It's so based on effort at both ends that they're going to need to work with him in terms of maybe picking his spots a little bit. You don't want to take away one of his strengths, but you also want to set him up where he can play the full 82 for you. So it'll be interesting to see how he balances that and how they balance that.
Hey, Bill, would you say that, the Sacramento Kings now have an East Coast fan base in the city of Providence right now? What's it been like out there in Providence, Friar Nation? Just by social media, it seems like, man, people are excited for this guy to get this opportunity.
Go on social media at your own risk. I would say that to you guys and anybody else. But Providence's fan base is among the most active that you'll see on there. And I think mainly it's because, Rhode Island is such a small state, and Providence for a long time has been sort of the de facto pro franchise in the state. They went to the Final Four in the 70s, and that really captured public imagination. Then they went again in the 80s with Rick Pitino, and that sort of cemented the Friars as the brand in the state. And anytime they have a pro, whether it's Chris Dunn before, or now Devin Carter, guys who are picked high in the draft, there will be considerable interest in following their careers.
Ernie DiGregorio, Marvin Barnes.
Marvin Barnes.
Great, Providence players. I know Monty McNair said last night, Bill, that he was surprised that Devin Carter dropped as far as he did. Not 13 isn't a precipitous drop, but how about you and people in the program? Were they surprised that he fell as far as he did to the Kings' good fortune?
Well, being in the building last night, I think the two surprise picks were Ron Holland at 5 and Zach Edey at 9. I didn't necessarily see either one of those guys in those spots in any mock drafts. And, once that sort of thing happens, I saw Devin Carter as high as 8 to the Bulls, saw him in the lottery, late lottery. Otherwise, I had a pretty good idea that he'd be gone by 15. I felt like that was about as far as he could potentially drop. But you guys have watched the draft for a long time as well. Once you get a pick or two in there that's a little strange, that's a little unexpected, it does sort of alter the balance of the rest of the pick.
Bill Cotch joining us here on the Drive, guys, Sactown Sports, 1140. Bill, I'm watching some of his highlights right now, and you're right about his three-point shooting. It seems like, as I'm watching him, how would you gauge his confidence stepping on the floor? I know he competes hard and is a gamer. Does he lack confidence? Sure didn't look like it at the draft and the outfit he was wearing. He owned that thing. How would you say he fits in that way?
It was certainly not something that I could pull off. I would leave that one in the closet. And that goes for most of the players last night. I give them a lot of credit, for just being so confident, having enough swagger to wear whatever you want and feel good in it. That's not necessarily my day-to-day experience. But I would say, the way that he's developed the last 2 years, particularly as an offensive player and, being a Big East Player of the Year this year in a conference that had 8 players selected, he's played against premium competition and he's done well against it. So you would expect that to continue going forward. He hasn't necessarily had, a point where he has been on a big stage and failed in a certain way or, been humbled in a certain way to the point where he could be shaken. I see him as a guy who has made a very good progression in his career going forward, and I think the best is yet to come for him.
Bill Cotch from the Providence Journal. Bill, thank you so much. We know you're super busy. Great insight, which we appreciate very much. Enjoy the weekend. We hope to talk to you again soon.
Guys, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Bill.
We'll take a closer look at Devin Carter's jumper when we come back. Also look at why one of Drape's guys, Dalton Connect, why he dropped as far as he did in the draft when we come right back to Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bronny.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Clear and comfortable Thursday night. Light winds, temperatures drop into the mid-60s. As we go through Friday, expect highs in the mid-90s with plenty of sun. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Slash presents Serpent Festival, a celebration of the blues. Friday, July 12th at the venue at Thunder Valley, starring Slash, Warren Haynes Band, Samantha Fish, and Eric Gales. It's gonna be a steep climb. Don't miss an all-star night of blues, Friday, July 12th at the venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Serpent Festival.
Get ready for the Kia Vacaville Summer Sticker Sales Event. This is your chance to make it a summer to remember with incredible deals on select 2024 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles. Kia Vacaville is offering an amazing 1.9% APR for up to 48 months for well-qualified buyers. Or you'll get $1,000 bonus cash on specialty tag 2024 Sportage and Sorrento models. It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and start your summer adventures. Imagine cruising down the highway in your new Kia from Kia Vacaville, enjoying the advanced features and comfort of the Sportage or Sorrento. Whether you're planning a road trip or just driving around town, these vehicles are designed to elevate your experience. But don't wait too long. These unbeatable deals won't last forever. Your adventure starts now at Kia Vacaville, where every journey is an adventure. Visit them today and find the perfect vehicle for your summer plans. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia Vacaville for more details.
NBA basketball returns to Golden One Center this July 6th, 7th, and 9th for the California Classic Summer League games. 3-day passes in the lower level start at just $66 and include access to all 6 games. See your Sacramento Kings as they host the San Antonio Spurs and Charlotte Hornets, featuring newly drafted rookies, NBA sophomores, and other athletes competing to make NBA rosters. Visit kings.com/California Classic for more information and to buy your tickets today.
Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown.
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
I won't get into any of those rumors. I think Sasha, we saw when he got on the court last year, can make a positive impact for us. Obviously, one of the best shooters, and we're hopeful that we can find a way for him to continue to do that here for us and help us win games.
That was Monty McNair last night, meeting with the media, talking about Sasha Vezenkov, who is no longer, he won't be a King anymore, traded to Toronto today. But we're really more concerned right now with the guy who is coming here, Devin Carter. We just had an interesting conversation with Bill Cotch from the Providence Journal. And I wanted to see if you guys had a chance to look at all yet at Devin Carter's jump shot. I guess you were just looking at it.
I'm looking at his highlights.
Yeah, and his numbers were excellent. Didn't have much, if any, of a mid-range game. That jump shot is it's a little funky. If it goes in, that's fine, but it's a little funky.
A little funky. I don't know how to describe it.
You know what?
Is it a dip in there or something?
Every time I watched him, I thought, sometimes a guy gets the ball and then he's gonna shoot, then he's gonna pass. He looks to me like he's gonna shoot. Oh, he's gonna pass. No, that's his shot.
That's his shot. Yeah.
He raises to a point and there's some kind of little load or something, little hitch, and then he goes ahead and shoots it.
Yeah, there's something there. But after seeing Tyrese Halliburton, I'm like, all right, it is what it is. And, hopefully they don't try to change his shot, because that's one of the reasons why I asked Bill about his confidence level, because I'm watching these highlights and the way he's pulling these shots, some of them 25, 26, 27 feet deep, like he looks, off the bounce right there. And so I like this guy a lot. And as I watch him, he actually reminds me a little bit of Cason Wallace. Anybody know who that is for OKC? The 3-and-D guy, can put it on the deck. I'm liking what I'm seeing here by Devin Carter, and I think Cason Wallace is a young ascending player also. If he could turn into that, that's a big steal for the Kings.
I read somewhere that Devin Carter, really much improved shooter last year, shot the ball really well.
Yeah.
But the shot, because it's a little unorthodox, he was prone to some bad misses here or there. So
Really?
Yeah. And, if it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I wouldn't be surprised if he has a few shots next year that have people going, oh, my goodness, I can't believe they drafted this guy. But he doesn't, from what I saw, I don't know what you saw, he doesn't really have a mid-range game. And it's just interesting watching him. It's like, oh, that's really the way basketball is taught now.
Yeah.
It's like you get to the basket, which he's great at.
Yep.
Or you shoot the three, which he really was proficient at last year.
Yeah, it looks like he's good at finishing through contact.
Yeah.
In what I'm watching right here. And I will say this as I watch him. Man, he's doing a lot off the dribble. And the shots that I see him making, they aren't just rattling in or anything. These are swishes. Like, that's why, he looks supremely confident. Can he bring that level of confidence to the NBA? Because I think if he comes with the same swagger we saw last night that we're seeing in this video I'm watching tonight, right now, he's going to be a good player for the Kings.
You probably thought you were watching your own videos there for a minute, right? It's like, who is this guy, me?
Nah, I wasn't off the bounce as much. I told you I was an Anthony Mason, Larry Johnson kind of player. That was my kind of thing.
I thought you were a point guard.
No. I'm a facilitator, yes.
Oh.
But, Larry Johnson could facilitate, run the offense through him. But I'm not like Dame Lillard point guard or anything like that.
I thought you were Magic.
A little Magic. Yeah, a little Magic. Yes, 100%. 100%.
Kim English was as head coach at Providence. He was on the morning show today. But he said last night that what Devin Carter adds, competitiveness. Do you think the Kings could use any of that?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Toughness.
Yeah. Need that check.
And efficiency.
Check.
That's like, yes, sign me up for that.
Yes. This guy, I think, and that's why they don't trade Davion if they don't draft Devin Carter. Davion becomes expendable because they're so high on Devin Carter. And that showed me, and people were like, oh, we got another guard. That showed me Monty believes this guy's going to come here and play.
Mm-hmm.
I got to clear some space, some room, so he can get some minutes, And, sure, there's a logjam there. You got Keon. What about our boy Kobe Jones? Let's not forget, Kobe Jones was a second-round pick, so it might be a little harder for him. But I think Devin Carter right now is probably the fourth guard, depending on what happens with Kevin Huerter.
Mm-hmm.
Then he slides back to 5. But, you got Fox, you got Malik, you got Keon, Kevin Huerter, and, Devin Carter. That's your 5-man guard rotation right there.
Oh, yeah. We forgot to mention that the Kings signed another player today after the draft.
Yes.
We mentioned the first player, but we didn't mention Isaac Jones.
Yeah. Isaac Jones they signed to?
Yeah. Isaiah Crawford from Louisiana Tech.
Isaiah Crawford. Yeah.
And then you have Washington State's Isaac Jones, according to a bunch of Kings brass, says
6'8", 245-pound center. This is Jason Anderson, Jay. Averaged 15, 7, and a block at Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
Played at Idaho also. Thanks, Jay. I didn't see that, actually. I'm just now getting this across the
there's your size.
Apple device.
Who called us yesterday during overtime? I think it was Ken, and he was like, oh, I want him to add some size. Are there any centers out there in the draft? Well, they signed a center
to a 2-way contract.
After the
How many
draft.
2 ways can you have, fellas?
You can only have 3. You can only have 3. So this means somebody's on the outside looking in.
Got you.
Is it Jordan Ford? Mason Jones, and who was the
because it was Keon for a while, right?
Yeah, it was
and
Keon.
it wasn't.
But then they gave that to Mason Jones, though.
Yes.
There was somebody else, right? Kings two-way contracts. Because Mason Jones got his picked up.
Was it Slauson?
At the end.
I thought it was Slauson. Yeah, I thought it was. I got it right here. Two-way tracker. Here, there's a two-way tracker. Sacramento. Yeah, Slauson was on the two-way. That's what I thought. So Slauson, Ford, and Mason Jones were your two-ways last year. Somebody's going to be out, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be out on the outside looking in now.
Mitch has been on the outside looking in, so let's let him join us here. Mitch joining us on Sactown Sports. What's up, Mitch?
How's it going, guys?
Good. What's up,
Mitch?
Mitch?
Well, how you doing?
Good.
Thanks for my call. It sounds good from the coach, but when I saw that they drafted a small guy, you pass up Connect. Can you just imagine the broadcasting has so much fun with that name? Connect.
That's true.
Just imagine, right?
No, you're right, Mitch. Darn, that would have been nice to say.
Thank you,
Connect
Mitch.
connects.
Yeah. Well, I know you were.
6'2" also.
What's that?
He was only 6'2". What is it? We want guards 6'3" and under.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you don't want your Mercedes. Don't buy another Mercedes.
Okay. Sorry, we're
Mitch.
Thank you, Mitch.
No, you can buy two Mercedes,
People
Mitch.
saying that.
As long as it's from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton.
Mercedes-Benz.
Got to get that.
Man.
Got to get that plug in. My fine friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton.
There it is again. Mitch speaking for a lot of people. Another small guard.
You know, but I look at, what people are saying on the on social media, on our text line, I believe it was. Let me pull it up. It's from the 530. Hey guys, why do people keep attacking this guy's height? With shoes, he's honestly closer to 6'4", probably around the same height as Fox, except those long arms make him a lot bigger out there. We're not talking about a 6-foot guard like Davion was.
Okay, but I mean, what is he? 6'2" something. I don't have a problem with his height.
6'2",
but we can't
and a
be saying
quarter.
he's like 6'5" or 6'4", right? In shoes. How big are his shoes?
He'd probably get another inch out of it, though.
Okay,
right?
so that doesn't make him 6'4".
Playing in his hands.
3 1/4.
That's 6'3". And I know you're not the one saying that.
I
but
know.
a lot
I'm
of
just
people-
saying. Yeah.
And I know we want to. Oh, he's 6'4". Wait, I already 6'5".
He might be wearing extra socks. Like 8 pairs of socks or something like that. How about 6'3"? Can we give him 6'3"?
Yes,
we all
that's
agree
what he
that
is, right,
Okay.
Jay? I mean, Jay
Yes.
called somebody out on that earlier.
Yeah, he's
Barely.
6'3", with the Vans on. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he is.
What it is, fellas, and it's kind of like we see this quite often with the Sacramento Kings, and Whitey, you definitely can attest to this. The Kings get judged on their history a lot of times compared to, and this is something Drapes argues all the time. Stop talking about something that happened in 2011. This is a whole new regime. This is a new general manager. These are different players. And that's the thing with the Kings fans. We're so stained that sometimes, you look at it and it's like, okay, we drafted another 6'3" guard. What we see, Davion's gone. So now you got to give this cat another opportunity, to come in and do what he needs to do. And I think that's part of what the Sacramento Kings fans are. Sometimes you just got to separate each person and make them individuals than compared to grouping all together.
Yeah. Looking at them through the old lenses, it's like, oh, they drafted another small guard. They already had too many. Plus, now they make the trade to save money because that's all they care about is saving money, and it does not apply to the current situation. Mitch mentioned Dalton Connect, so we got to get your thoughts on why he dropped so far.
Are we bringing that up, man?
Yeah.
That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt.
What have the Kings accomplished so far this offseason? That's next. We have Jerry Reynolds coming up as well on Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker. I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
It's the Make This the Summer event, and it's going on now at Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hi, everyone. Leonard Harrington here, and I want to tell you how we make your buying experience at Lodi CDJR as easy as possible. You can come in for a visit, or you can do everything online at LodiCDJR.com. Just pick out the make and model you want and scroll through our large in-stock inventory. Next, schedule a test drive at the click of a button. If you want to finance your vehicle, you can start your paperwork online too, saving you plenty of time before you get here. And if you're looking to sell your vehicle or looking to buy, we'll give you an instant cash offer online too. At Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it easier than ever to put you into a new vehicle. It's what we do. Online at LodiCDJR.com or in person. We're right off 99 in Kettleman, where we're open till 9 every night and Sundays after church.
Prices are better at the Low Price Center. Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Visit us at LodiCDJR.com.
Welcome to the Tap House Restaurant at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course. With an array of local craft brews from a selection of 20 taps, the Tap House menu boasts freshly made sandwiches, crisp salads, and a variety of specialty entrees. The Tap House is the perfect place for a round after your round at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course, especially during happy hour from 3 to 6 daily. Drop by the Tap House Restaurant for scenic views, exquisite food, and a hearty welcome. The Tap House at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports. With 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot, a lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
Day 2 of the NBA draft for Kings fans was not what they expected. With the 45th pick, Kings didn't do anything. They traded the pick, traded it away along with a future second rounder to the Toronto Raptors. So what have the Kings accomplished so far? You got Malik Monk. And by the way, as you probably know, Sasha Davion sent to Toronto as part of that deal. Jalen McDaniels coming to the Kings. So you got Jalen McDaniels, you got Devin Carter, whom you drafted, you got Malik back, you got Mike Brown back.
Yes.
You got cap space so far. What do you think of what the Kings have done?
In a vacuum, let's say this is all there is. Because I don't know what I can't. I'm going to give them, it would be an incomplete, but I'd give them a B+. B+. Re-upping Mike Brown, getting Malik, that's huge. And I like the Devin Carter kid. Now, this can move up to an A if you go out there and make a really big splash, whether it's Kuzma or whoever else it may be. This would be, I think, a Kuzma or a Portis, somebody like that, would turn this offseason into an A+ for the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, it's still possible.
Yeah, it's still possible.
And Monty talked about it last night. He recognizes the need to still get some things done. We talked about some potential free agents that you might be able to snag with the non-taxpayer
MLE.
mid-level exception, the MLE, which now it looks like the Kings are on their way to opening that up with the deal they made today. So we went through a few names earlier today, but Drapes, I want to go back over that list real quick here. Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin is a player option.
Really? No,
he's restricted.
No, he's restricted.
He's
restricted. Yeah, I was about to say. Nah,
I got a big list.
Your lines are across there. Yeah.
Let's see. Caleb Martin, player option.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. I love Isaac Okoro, but now I got too many guards. Probably. This guy might be on the wheel. So I hate. Can I ask about a player, Jay, that may be on the wheel? I don't know if he is.
Of course.
Okay. Because this guy annoys me.
I see.
He made, let's see, he's unrestricted. He made 9, so he may be looking for more than I could give him. I don't know what kind of a raise he expects. Would you have any interest in Kyle Anderson?
Slow-mo!
I can't stand him, but the more I think about it, I think he might.
Name not on the wheel.
He might
that
help.
name's not on the wheel? 6'9". He's not a starter, though, Whitey. He's coming off the bench, right?
Yes.
What is he, unrestricted?
Yes, sir. According to Spotrac, Kyle Anderson made $9 million, Minnesota, unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get a bag from anybody.
What you expecting from him?
Yeah.
White? You want 15 solid minutes? That's what you're looking for?
How many minutes?
15, 18?
More than that. He's solid. He's
just a depth piece?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody off the bench.
I'm not saying, you do that. You don't
Right.
need Kuzma.
Right.
But as I looked at the names, and I didn't want him to, but he just jumped out at me as a guy that might help.
Is he Trey Lyles? Is Trey Lyles, not the same player, but aren't they kind of battling for the same minutes?
Same minutes?
Probably.
Forget about Trey.
I mean, Trey Lyles is kind of a small 5, and I don't think Kyle Anderson plays 5 at all, does he?
Nah.
Trey not a 5.
Probably not a 5, yeah. I don't know. I mean, if there's nothing else, okay. But I don't think that makes much of a difference. Doesn't add 3 wins or something like that.
Interesting point. So the way you look at it, and you may be right, the Kings still need a major piece.
Yes.
You can't just – Devin Carter's a good player. Get a couple of these guys that are, with the MLE that are UFAs, like, oh, that's a good player,
Right.
That doesn't do it in your view, huh?
That doesn't do it for me. I need more. And honestly, fellas, during the commercial break, I was thinking, and maybe I'm in the minority. I'm just throwing this out there because I know we have a lot of guards. Are you guys confident and content with our guard rotation right now as presently constituted?
Yes. I got 5 guards, right?
Who's our starting?
De'Aaron Fox, and I don't know, whoever you want.
Exactly.
Probably Herder. You could say Herder. You could say Carter. I'll just say Herder because he was a starter before.
Then Malik. Then Keon.
You got Keon.
And then Devin Carter.
Yeah. That's 5. I mean, I'm open to still some more adjustments, but I got 5 guards right now.
But are they championship level guards? That's what I'm talking about, Whitey. I'm talking about when it comes time.
Is this a Zach LaVine thing?
No. It could turn into that. But I was thinking, we got a lot of guards with question marks. We know who Malik is. We know who De'Aaron is.
Yes.
Who's Kevin Herter? Is he going to have a bounce back season or not? Keon Ellis.
If-
We saw a little bit, a small sample size. Does he take a leap? Who is Keon? Devin Carter, it's a rookie. How much are we asking of a rookie? And so I don't know if our guard rotation is as strong as I want it to be.
So you're saying
I'm not
You got
saying
Duarte? You got Duarte in there?
No, but
You think Duarte's out of there?
nah, I don't know. But I guess what I'm saying is I don't know if the guard rotation, and I'm not saying address it right now, go out there and get Zach LaVine. But when you look at championship level starting backcourts, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton.
Well, the one thing
Drew Holiday, Derek White
don't have is that big 2-guard,
defensive
two-way,
guard.
And I don't mean 2-way like goes
Yeah.
to plays
Stockton,
for the
no,
Stockton, yeah. How about a two-way?
But that's
player?
what I'm saying.
You don't have
Like,
that guy.
like now, if we had KCP, now we talking something. Now
Be on the wheel.
That's
can't afford him.
we
though,
can't
I don't
afford. But
think.
that's why I'm asking you guys.
Yeah.
Are we confident and content going forward for the next 2 to 5 years with this guard rotation?
I'll say, Whitey, before you give your description, me, Drapes, no. And you hit it on. You spot on. The unknown.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm getting from just about everybody that's in the backcourt. I know, as you said, I know what Malik's going to give me.
Yeah.
He's going to give me top flight, 6-man air fryer type, heat when he comes in 9 times out of 10. I believe I know what I'm going to get from Keon, but he's still an unknown. We got to see him do it a little longer, fellas. I know I'm going to get aggressiveness. I'm going to get intensity. I'm going to get, all out for how many minutes he plays, good defense, going to hit a couple of key shots during most games. I pretty much know what I'm going to get. Unfortunately for me, and I continue to go to this, I still don't know what I have in De'Aaron. That's me. I'm speaking for Jay, and I don't mean to be third person. I want to know, is he a superstar or is he a 2? And we just don't know.
Robin to somebody else's
exactly.
Batman.
And we have to find that out as we move forward. Only time will tell that. But after that, I'm with you, Drapes. I don't know what I have. I know I got a young guy in Devin Carter that's got to play because he's a first-round lottery guy for the most part, unless we want to Hasheem to beat him. But I think he has to play.
To beat him.
Like he's going to play 15 minutes easily, right?
Yeah, he's got to play.
Especially with Davion being gone. After that, I don't know.
If you can't Hasheem to beat him, join him. But
that's true.
I think the way the Kings look at it, is De'Aaron they're just assuming he's that superstar you're talking about, Jay. It's like he's got to be. And then we'll reevaluate another year or two if we have to. But he's got to be that. They love him. They're committed to him. That Malik is, locked in. And then I think they love Devin Carter. And then Keon's like, we like him a lot, but he's probably, ideally we wouldn't have to play him a lot. He's one of the things he proved last year.
Is that where we're at with Keon?
Well, I think one of the great things he proved last year is you don't play him, he's fine. Start him, he's going to give you something.
Right,
Not a lot of players can do that. He can do that. But
He's
I
like
think
a utility baseball player.
Yeah, and I think also he's got some offensive upside. We saw, some glimpses of real offensive upside there. But I don't think they're sure. And then Herter, they want to trade him. So you got 5 bodies there, but there's
and
room
Chris
for improvement
Duarte.
there.
You got to throw Duarte because he's on the roster.
Yeah, look at why he don't do that.
But he's
to my
there.
guy, Chris.
He's there.
He's there. The problem is, and I threw this out there, fellas, and I asked you who's starting, and it took you like 25 seconds. All right, if it's Kevin Herter, we need Kevin Herter to be 2 years ago. Kevin Herter, 2 seasons ago. He can't be this past year, Kevin Herter. And so there's a lot of question marks. That might be the key to the Kings season, depending on what else moves they make front court and all that. But our backcourt got to ball out too. Keon Ellis got to be the real deal. What he showed last year. Kevin Herter got to bounce back. Devin Carter got to be what Monty McNair and the rest of the country hopes he can be.
Do you think Kevin Herter can be productive if they don't trade him after everyone has been assuming that he's going to be traded? We're back with that in just a minute or two at most on Sactown Sports.
We see a lot of news about teens vaping, but teens see something else. Videos on social media that glamorize it and downplay the dangers of nicotine. How can parents talk so kids will listen? Use facts. 1. Nicotine can rewire teens' brains. 2. It can make teens more anxious. 3. Changes to the brain can be permanent. So even when it hides behind a new look, nicotine is brain poison. Go to undo.org for more.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the last tool has been put away. Now's the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hardworking tools at hardworking prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Hey, Sactown Sports fans, get ready for an unforgettable summer with the Sactown Sports live events calendar, packed with the hottest shows around. Starting at Thunder Valley Resort, don't miss the epic Slash and Serpent Tour on July 12th. Then on July 20th, enjoy the incredible Miranda Lambert live in concert. And on August 9th, Jason Mraz and the Super Band are set to deliver an unforgettable performance. And don't miss this Live Nation lineup. On August 4th, experience the legendary Outlaw Music Festival at Toyota Amphitheater, featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp. Then on August 15th, catch the iconic Donny Osmond at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And on August 22nd, don't miss Creed Fisher rocking the stage at Ace of Spades. Finally, on September 10th, the Doobie Brothers bring their timeless hits to the Toyota Amphitheater. For all your ticketing information, head over to livenation.com. These are the shows you won't want to miss, so grab your tickets now. And stay tuned to Sactown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Hey, Bruce Brown, we're all in on Bruce Brown, right? Bruce Brown, as far as guys you might be able to get with your MLE?
No, that's a trade, right? It's a team option. They're going to pick up that option, I believe, and look to trade him, right?
It is a club option.
Club option, yeah. I think I read they're looking to pick up that option and use him as a trade.
Oh,
I know, right? Wait, you're trying, man. I know you're trying.
I'm working on Caleb Martin. We're all in on, right?
Yeah, we're all in on Caleb.
Although
Martin.
let's see, he has a club option. He has a player option for 7.1,
and he opted out. He already said he's opting out.
So how much is he going to be asking for?
Not much. Not much more than the MLE, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah,
that'll work.
All right. So that's our guy.
Well, he's one of our guys, but you need the guy.
Yeah. I mean, because we're talking about being a champion, a contender in the Western Conference. And what we got, Jerry Reynolds coming up bottom of the hour here.
Yes,
sir. Our guy coming up. But I was asking you in the break because we were talking about the backcourt, starting backcourt and guards. And everybody say, we got a glut of guards, and I understand that. I looked at the Western Conference, and I thought to myself, is our backcourt better than theirs? I went down team by team.
West is tough, you know.
OKC.
No.
Denver. Let's say KCP. They had KCP and Jamal Murray.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But again, I don't know who my two is.
And Edwards and Mike. It doesn't matter who your two is.
Somebody in.
Pick somebody.
Sacramento weather is brought to you.
Jay, you there?
I'm here.
All right.
He had to check his weather.
The weather's hot.
Minnesota.
By the way, have you seen coming up the next couple of weeks, fellas?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I saw like 118 or something. 100. I'm telling you, I might not be around for that one. We're going to have to do the show from the pool or something like that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Seriously.
Dave's pool.
Yeah, Dave's pool, right?
Yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about. Minnesota, Mike Conley and Ant Edwards.
No, probably not. Although Mike Conley's, I'm trying.
But he's still
I'm
good.
trying.
You're trying.
He's Ron Holland now?
He's still good. He could be Ron Holland. But
You're just naming the
Mike
top
Conley
teams
is
in the West.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Dallas, Kyrie and Luka.
Let me think.
How about this? Now, this is an interesting one. This is Phoenix, Booker and Beal.
No. Booker's better than he's a superstar.
How about Lakers, Reeves and D'Angelo Russell?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, better than
we're
them.
there.
Pelicans, CJ and who's there too? Herb Jones?
Yeah, they're probably better.
I'd say. I mean, they whooped them 6-7 times. Yeah, you got to get into it. Yeah.
But so now you see what I'm talking about, fellas. We may need, when it's time to actually win it all, upgrade the guard position. Dude, I go to the Eastern Conference.
The key, and correct me if I'm wrong, please. Just tell me. The key is you need Kevin Huerter from 2 years ago.
Right. That's what I'm talking about, Jay. He might, if Kevin Huerter's here, we need him back to 2 years ago for.
I think the Kings are still in this situation. Jerry's coming up, bottom of the hour. One of the last times he was on, he said, in his opinion, the Kings needed to add 2 starters. One of them is the off guard.
Right.
And we
still
need
theoretically need that, right?
I agree with that. Yeah.
So Monty still got a lot of work to do.
There aren't a lot of two guards just jumping around like KCP, who's starting material.
Right.
Without, flipping someone that you might not want to flip.
We still got
paying
$30
million, $25 million. Like KCP's he turned down $18 million.
Yeah, he opted out.
Yeah.
He's about to get.
I mean, he wants 25.
He's gonna get a bag.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a bag.
Bruce Brown got 22 last year, right, fellas?
Yeah, he's 22.
It was from Detroit in the beginning.
He cashed in.
Yeah.
He cashed in.
Indiana. You got to
Indiana.
And they traded him.
And then they
Indiana.
traded him.
Siakam deal.
Yeah.
Derek J925. They need to start Monk. I want to see Monk and Fox play together.
That changes the narrative.
It could,
but I just don't see Mike Brown doing that. Now, game one,
with you.
or preseason, or media day when we're out there, whatever kind of way, and Coach Brown comes out and says, you know what, Kyle Draper, Kevin Gleason, Malik Monk starting for us. Then I believe it. Or game one, or preseason at the Agua Caliente, they playing the Clippers down there.
Agua Caliente.
Down there in the Agua Caliente, and Malik starting, then I believe
just mean
it.
hot water? Is it agua caliente?
Hot water.
Yeah.
Agua caliente, hot water. Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to the Agua Caliente, the casino?
Casino down there?
When I used to work for the Clippers, they played there quite a few times in exhibitions and stuff. But until I see it, Malik Monk's the sixth man.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin Huerter's key, man. What's the deal with Kevin Huerter? If he's here, I need 2 years ago, Kevin.
Let's say you're not able to trade him for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Do you think that after all this, where he's been, according to all reports, they've been trying to trade him, do you think that you could bring him back and go, hey, we've always loved you, go get him? Could he do that? Could you do that? You being the team, not you personally.
I just feel right now, the team?
Could the team would that work? I mean, is that feasible? I know it's
it's
part
a
of being
business,
a
right?
professional.
Yeah, it's a business. You gotta do it. I think if you're Mike Brown, you got to have a conversation with him, a sit down, And Kevin Huerter hears everything. He's not, dumb. He hears the trade proposals and packages and all that. But I think it's on Mike Brown, and I know these guys are professionals, but it's on Mike Brown to boost the psyche of these guys. Like clearly Kevin Huerter, wasn't himself this last season. And I think if you bring him back, if you're Mike Brown, each player, you got to say, what do I need to do to get the best out of this player? How can I get the best version of Kevin Huerter? Because he's important to our team, man. We need Kevin Huerter.
I didn't realize phones are ringing like crazy here.
Oh,
yeah.
Phones, yeah.
Yeah, Robert joins us here on Sactown Sports. Hello, Robert. What's up?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. What's happening, Robert?
I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but and it's not that the beginning of the season hasn't started, but I just don't like losing. I don't like losing in life. I don't like losing at work. I don't like losing in family. I don't like losing. And I want to give Marty the benefit of the doubt, but teams have been players have been using it as a leverage.
That's a violation. We gotta let him go. I'm sorry.
Oh, you gonna let him go? No, we ain't gonna do that to him.
Because he called him Marty.
He made a mistake. It was a mistake.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message
Appreciate the call, but yeah.
Hey, that was Whitey. That was Kevin Gleason.
It was.
Kevin, Kevin Gleason that did that to you.
I make mistakes, I admit, but when you're gonna, hey, I don't like to lose
my man
on
off.
Marty. And I'm sure you know that that's not his name, but
he made a mistake. You guys are too hard on guys.
This is an important conversation. I don't like losing either.
Oh, man.
Calling him Marty is not a winner's move. Johnny on Sactown Sports. Hello, Johnny. What's up? Hi.
Not much, man. I was going to ask a director question. I know he would probably say that what's in it for the Spurs, but how about the trading like Huerter and Duarte to the Spurs for Calvin Johnson, which can play forward and two guard, and then Sidi Casco.
Sidi Sissoko. Yeah.
There you go. He's a French forward. He has some length too.
Yeah, I saw that on the YouTube in the text line.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny. I'll answer your question. I like Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson, to me, would be a perfect fit at the 2-guard spot.
Yeah, I like him. I don't know why the Spurs don't.
I would even attach a first-round pick to get Keldon Johnson.
And I don't know what Marty thinks of him.
Marty.
Stop believing Monty McNair.
But I think Keldon Johnson would be amazing here in Sacramento. A young guy. I'm looking at some of his stats right now. 6'9" wingspan. He's listed at. I think he's a scorer. 24 years old, be 25 in October.
He signed a new deal with them a couple years ago, but it wasn't. I mean, for him, it was a nice deal, but it wasn't huge money.
Yeah, 15.7 points. Shot 35% from 3, 34.6. 2 years ago, he shot 39.8 from 3. So he's shown the propensity to knock down a 3. And he has a declining contract, Whitey. 19 next season, 17.5 and 17.5.
I like it.
Actually, I like Keldon Johnson a lot.
Plus, the Spurs they're already planning for 2030,
2032 or whatever. Yeah,
we don't care. What do you need?
Keldon Johnson 6'5", too.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad player.
Yeah, that's what we have to talk to somebody in San Antonio. Why is this a problem?
Yeah.
Why aren't the Spurs clinging to him like Van Gundy was clinging to
Alonzo Mourning's leg. Yeah.
Akash on Sactown Sports. Hello, Akash. How are you?
Good. Thank you guys for taking my call on a busy day. I feel like calling into the Jim Rome show with callers getting run off. But
nice.
I got 2 points to make here, fellas. One was I love the Devin Carter pick. To me, this is my player comp for him. I want to know what you guys think. He reminds me of Jose Alvarado from the Pelicans. What do you guys think?
I don't know if he's as pesky in that way, but
Alvarado's more of a pest.
Yeah, he's a pest. Yeah, he's a pest. But I think defensively he could be a game changer for us. I think so.
No fun to play against. That's what they have in common. I think. They're guarding you. It's like, this is no fun.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Right. I hear you. I felt like he brings that punk mentality, that us Kings fans have been wanting for a while. So I know I'm excited to see what he can do. And then second point, and again, like the other caller was saying, I don't want to be too much of a downer either. I do trust the McNair, but I feel like the roster. I'm not sure if it got better or not, because the way I see it is Devin Carter today better than Davion Mitchell year 3, year 4.
Thank you.
I'm not.
Akash, you're breaking up on us a little bit. I'll let you go only because your phone's breaking up. I think that's a great question.
Sorry, I'm getting another call.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh, who's that?
That's Frankie.
Frankie Cardicelli, our boy Frankie. Jay found that again. Frankie Cardicelli, Frankie clicks. What do you make of what he asked? Is Devin Carter better right now than Davion Mitchell?
Yes, I think so.
Damn, he dissing Davion like that.
He asked me a question, I answered it.
Dog, I don't know about that, man. I think it's hard for a rookie to really make an impact in the NBA.
Okay, maybe not right now.
Yeah,
but
that's
for
what I'm
all
saying right
intents
now.
and purposes, I think year 1, Devin Carter will be better than Davion Mitchell. And I think clearly the Kings do too.
Like Devin's year 1 is better than Davion's year 1, or if they were both on the team this year.
Right now, Devin Carter is going to be better this year than Davion would be this year. I mean, to me, it's pretty clear that's how they.
I'm not in the mood for an argument, Whitey. I'm not trying to argue everything.
You asked me a question and I answered it.
All right, we're good. We're good. All right.
Right?
We're good. It's
and
good.
they have control over him too longer now.
Yeah, longer control too.
Good point. Yeah, who knows all about that stuff is Jerry Reynolds, all-time Kings icon. He joins us next on Sactown Sports.
It's the 4th of July sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, where you'll find the largest selection of vehicles in Northern California. With unbeatable deals and amazing financing options, there's never been a better time to drive away in your dream vehicle. The Roseville Auto Mall, where your perfect ride awaits.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Clear and comfortable Thursday night. Light winds, temperatures drop into the mid-60s. As we go through Friday, expect highs in the mid-90s with plenty of sun. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
Marty here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. You want to bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meals with the absolutely amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill, turning me once again last weekend into a GP, a grilling pro, with features other grills can't match. They're built different. They're built better, they're built to last, and they're made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty, and it looks great too. Hey, I want to remind you, Napoleon offers a limited time rebate on select grills. Napoleon Grills and Accessories now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Shout out to my man Whitey.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Any golfer would be thrilled to listen to Jack Nicklaus talk, and I had to tap the enthusiasm brakes a bit when I had a chance to interview him. But over the course of 40-plus years, Nicklaus wrote enduring words in Golf Digest magazine. Max Adler compiles some of the best. Nicklaus says, "When I putt, I hold my breath before initiating the stroke to keep my head and body still." About putting, he said, "I visualize the putter shaft as being extremely limber, almost as flexible as a length of rope, which means the only way I can get the club head to swing truly is to stroke putts very softly." He said, "The harder I want to hit a shot, the slower I try to begin the swing." About the game, he said, "The key to playing well is to understand who you are as a person and then manage that. I'm finding now more than ever that the game of a lifetime can give you the time of your life without ever striking a shot." Sounds pretty much like life itself. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Sheer insanity mixed with adrenaline and horsepower bring you the most exciting action-packed weekend during the NorCal Stampede. This is round 1 of the 2024 West Coast Ultra 4 USA Series. All day Saturday, June 29th at Prairie City. Come join us for some of the most extreme high-speed rock racing action with drivers tackling a course riddled with crazy jumps and punishing rock obstacles. This race will be the only West Coast qualifier for the King of the Hammers. Tickets are only $30 at the gate, and camping is also available. Prairie City SVRA in Rancho Cordova. Be there. Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public.
I had a nice drive up the hill to the lake. Had to stop visit some friends out in the boondocks and listen to you guys on the show as well as I could for as long as I could, and tried to learn something. I think I failed, but I tried.
Did anything we said make any sense to you?
A lot, actually. Talking about the guard line, and certainly I did think there's a lot of good thoughts about Carter. I mean, just talking to some friends that knew more about it, I think, than I did. Most felt that they didn't think he'd slip to 13. You know, that they had him higher than that. There was a little concern about the shoulder, though.
Yeah.
And one guy told me they thought that hurt him a little because people just didn't know enough. And then the other thing, probably the only negative anybody said about him was a good shooter, but got a kind of a strange delivery shot.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody said that. I wonder who noticed that. Hey, Coach.
But anyway.
Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
No, I mean, you know, everybody pretty much on board the guy's a baller, you know, and that's, you know, he's going to bring it every night and, you know, decent, a little bit small, but long. So, you know, obviously he probably got an awfully good player. You know, I know there's a lot of questions around about what else is coming. You know, now I think I'm like Kyle. I was so surprised that Dalton Connect slipped, and the Lakers got him. Oh, I'm so depressed about that.
I'm with you, Jerry. Seriously, like of all teams, the Lakers. Oh, he was just sitting there for them to take. Oh my gosh.
And he's a bucket getter, you know, and he's going to get open shots. Well, anyway. We just can't control everything in the draft.
Yeah, we just got to focus on us right now. Focus on us. Coach, we did make a trade, Davion and Sasha going to Toronto. What do you think about that, and how come it didn't work for those two guys long term here?
That's a great point. You know, I think with Davion, he's really a little bit more of a half-court player like he was in Baylor. I think the fast-paced game, probably he wasn't as good at it as, you know, you had reason to believe he could be. I mean, I think he got better every year, and I still think there's a player there. I don't think the last chapter has been written there. And, you know, Toronto might be a good start for him, you know, a second start. But with Sasha, of course, injuries, and I don't know. It's just, you know, basically he's a spot shooter who couldn't get enough spot shots. That's the way I looked at it.
Yeah, Jerry, you mentioned Devin Carter and the unusual jumper, and it's a little unusual. You know, obviously it was accurate last year. He reminds me of a guy that, you know, sometimes a player will get the ball, he's going to shoot, then he's going to pass, and he looks like a guy every time he shoots it, he looks like he's going to pass, but then he goes ahead and shoots it. That's part of the little hitch in his get along. But my question is, can you think of guys from your time as a fan, even, and also of course doing this professionally, that there were questions about their shot and the funkiness of it, but who overcame that, for whom it really wasn't an issue?
Yeah, I can. Kenny Smith was one. You know, had a strange, you know, it was always strange. He kind of shot a side spinning ball. But, you know, I know his rookie year, Bill Russell, we were talking about it, and he kind of wanted to try to change it. And I said, well, yeah, but it goes in. and, you know, it's one of those things he did every time, you know, the consistency. So I kind of look at it that way, you know, kind of like Halliburton early. Now he's speeded up his process, but you know, it was a little bit unusual, his long delivery, and he's kind of shortened that. But, yeah, if a guy's making them, you know, he'll probably figure some things out. Maybe you got to speed the delivery up a little bit, but the fact that it goes in, and yeah, I'd probably just I'd try to leave him alone for the most part. Just give him reps and make sure he's got, you know, is consistent with it, and maybe if he can, you know, just speed the process up, maybe get a little hitch speeded up, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kenny was a strange one. You know, oh well, of course I remember Magic Johnson come to the league. He couldn't shoot a lick, and became an outstanding shooter. And of course, I remember guys come to the league, couldn't shoot a lick, and 5 years later, they couldn't shoot a lick.
You know, it's interesting. You bring up the shooters with the hitch. I thought Eddie Johnson had a little different kind of shot too, right? He wasn't, and I know he could make it. He was a dead-eye shooter, but just his shot was a little different.
A little different, yeah. You know, he that's a good point. Yeah, it was a little bit unique. Now, he didn't think about Eddie. He didn't really need much time. And I think guys were fooled because don't want to compare him to Slow-Mo, but he tricked guys. He was a little slower than they thought he was, and they'd kind of try to guard him like they would say somebody super athletic, and that just wasn't who Eddie was. But he was he shot it the same every time under pressure or not pressure, and that's the key is the guys that shoot the ball as well, if not better, when it counts.
So, I never done this like you have professionally, Jerry, but it sounds to me like you're saying if the ball goes in, that's a good thing, and you leave that alone, huh?
I've always thought so. I like to say I always remembered with Eddie. I mean, Joe Axelson wanted to trade him so bad, and Bill Russell asked me why does he want to trade? I said I think because Eddie wanted too much money, and he said he always focused on Eddie can't guard anybody. And I said, well, he scores 20, and the guy he's guarding scores 16. So if everybody does that, we'll be 82-0.
Jerry, as we look at the roster now, and obviously, as far as we know, Monty still has some work to do. He's still working on things. We'll see what happens. Right now, looking at the roster, what do you see as the biggest roster need?
Well, a long, athletic, preferably power forward. It could even be a long wing, but because I think it's the right wing, it's kind of like I thought if Ron Holland had slipped there, the Kings could have made it work because I think he's got some real star potential. I mean, that was just opinion. I know I did a podcast with the Kings Herald, and I just, thought, that's a guy who could be a big time guy. All he has to do is learn to shoot a little bit. Of course, somebody else decided that too higher. But I mean, clearly a power forward would be my number one thing. This team needs more size, more length, more toughness, and then a guy that fits well with Domas. So I think that would, if you could get a big time guy or somebody that really upgrades that spot, you could feel a lot better about starting the season. I mean, I think your guard line probably is going to be good. I don't know how it's all going to sort out. And Keegan is probably ready to have even a better year, but this is a West, and boy, I just don't see, I guess what I'm saying is this is a roster when you start in October, it'd be hard to be real optimistic.
Right. There's still plenty of time, though. Coach, we got
Yes,
the free
there is.
agency and trades. And I was going to ask you about trades. You've been in on trades. How difficult is it, I guess? Because it seems like the Kings, they were in on Caruso. They were in on Siakam. What's it going to take to get over the hump with some of these trades, you think?
That's the thing. And really it's like with Monty and those getting close, sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. It's the other team are looking for something a little different. And I think it's just a case of keep working the phones, keep working. And at some point something will click, I mean, it just takes the other person to say, yeah, okay, let's do that. And that's kind of where they are. I think they're just, there's some possibilities out there. I'm fairly confident Monty and the staff's going to get something. I really am. I mean, I think they basically, the move today was a roster move, let's face it. And pretty much it. And so they know, they know more than we do that what they need. And so I'm sure they're in on several guys and as Kyle said, got all summer. The season isn't starting yet, so I kind of tell people on Kings Herald a little bit is like don't panic yet. They're not trotting out there to play.
Right.
So,
right.
Just trust. I trust in the staff here, and I really do. I think they're good. I think the coach is terrific, and they've done a good job. So why can't we give them a pass here for a few more months?
Jerry, I want to ask you about a player that I know both you and Kyle love, and I think he's great too, but you guys love Bobby Portis. His name came up in, for what it's worth, rumors this week that the Warriors might be working on something. I'm wondering if, I know you just got the pacemaker, did it do like a a double take when Bobby Portis's name came up, and how exciting is that too? That Bobby Portis could be available.
Well, it started jumping. I'm telling you. I mean, I love that guy. I mean, he's a balls out player. You know, he's tougher than ever. You know, and I mean, can shoot the three, can play some backup five very well. You can play, you know, very effective small ball with him at five, and he's not that small. But yeah, he'd be a perfect fit. I think he's got 2 or 3 of his best years ahead. Yeah, Bobby Portis. I go back.
That's our guy.
Years. That wild-eyed buckaroo. That's just what you need here.
That's what I'm talking about, Coach.
Jerry, thank you so much. As always, we appreciate it, especially when you're on vacation. So thanks for listening.
My life is a vacation at this stage. So anyway, enjoyed it as always.
All right, Jerry.
Take care, guys.
Thanks. Talk to you soon. Take care.
Jerry
Reynolds.
Great
there
stuff.
You go.
Yes.
Yeah. We still have a little pizza left in the box here. We didn't get to it yesterday because of the draft. Whitey's Wayback quiz for June the 27th.
Let's go.
Yeah. How are we doing score-wise?
We did it yesterday, right?
No, we did not do it yesterday.
We did not.
Oh, no, we skipped it yesterday. Yeah. Are you, Jay?
Yeah, it was a shutout.
Oh, yeah, you got lucky. Right, you got lucky. Yep. All right, I'm ready to redeem myself, fellas.
All right, the Wayback quiz for June the 27th when we come right back to Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Clear and comfortable Thursday night. Light winds, temperatures drop into the mid-60s. As we go through Friday, expect highs in the mid-90s with plenty of sun. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia for special offers right now. I'm Coach Doug Christie urging you to visit my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and save big on your next new or certified pre-owned vehicle right now. Visit FolsomLakeKia.com.
Award-winning country sensation Lee Brice is back.
Ain't trying to meet nobody. You're just here.
Live in concert. Friday, June 28th, 7:30 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. Lee Brice. Special guest Abby Anderson. The venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Lee Brice live.
Since 1776, July 4th has been celebrated as the birth of American independence, but it's been a federal holiday only since 1941. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. It was a mere 7 years later when the Keys family opened their first Naturewood store in Sacramento, and I guess Northern Californians have been celebrating ever since. We celebrate an incredible selection of furniture brands made right here in America. We celebrate the kind of generous hometown hospitality that was important to Walter Keys in 1948 and continues with the Keys family and the Naturewood Home Furnishing staff today. And we celebrate the kind of quality that's been synonymous with Naturewood for all these 76 years. Look for made in America brands like Stanton, Sam Moore, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and more during the Naturewood 4th of July sale event. Find the furniture that you will celebrate for years to come. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
My good friends, Dr. Jack Friedlander and Dr. Pash in Roseville and in San Francisco are offering not only confidence, not only security, but also the ability, if you ain't insecure, to go from the roster to the all-star team. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about UpsizeMatters.com. Time after time, vote after vote, circumference, or as we call it, girth, is consistently ranked as the most important attribute. And Dr. Jack and Dr. Pash can give you a free consultation. The procedure can be done on the same day as your consultation with immediate results. It's non-surgical. It's virtually pain-free, safe, effective, long-lasting, semi-permanent, and doctor-performed. For more information, go to UpsizeMatters.com. Go to UpsizeMatters.com. Make that change. Make the all-star team. Get your girth on.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on. Get in today for deals on the hottest lineup around. Don't miss a low lease on the 2024 RAV4 Hybrid, 4Runner, Tacoma, and even the all-new all-hybrid 2025 Camry. Get your ride on with Toyota's 4th of July sales event today. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium-rated credit. Offers end 7/1/24.
Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Just to show our appreciation for staying with us here as we're heading down the home stretch, going to give you in a little bit here a chance to pick up tickets to see Slash Serpent Festival. Jay is so excited about this festival. Warren Hayes Band, Samantha Fish, and Eric Gales. Some of these people, I was like, I'm not really sure who that is. And Jay was saying, oh, Samantha Fish, she's great.
Absolutely.
Not
I'm out
Taylor
there.
Swift,
No,
Samantha Fish.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Samantha Fish is way more popular than Taylor Swift.
Not according to Drake.
Not right. All right.
So that's coming up. But right now here, it is time for Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz.
Let's go.
For June the 27th. Please refresh my memory.
Jay won the last.
Okay, so
got lucky.
So we've done it 2 days this week, right? So we're 1-1
1-1
for the week.
1-1.
Okay, because yesterday was
I don't remember that. Let me see. What's today? Thursday?
Yeah.
We didn't do it yesterday.
right.
I won Tuesday.
Right.
You gave me
Drake's
Wednesday.
won Drake's won Monday.
You didn't do
You
it
gave
Monday.
me Monday.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, see?
But you gave me Monday.
Yeah, I
remember?
did. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
So it's
I
one.
put it in your
He
win
gave me
column.
one.
I
He
did.
gave me Monday.
I let
'cause
him
was the
carry it
reigning
over from
champ.
last week. Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't even do it, and he's giving it to you?
Yeah, that's
Correct.
fine.
He did. Yes, he said it. I didn't.
That's all.
Wow. Are you sure, Jay? 'Cause you
It's
don't
too
have to
late. It's
give it
too
to
late,
him.
Whitey.
It's fine.
It's too late.
All
Come
right.
on, man.
All right.
You already gave it.
That's an asterisk, though. I said that's a small banner in the rafters.
In-season tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Jay, you're up first today. The quiz for June 27th, 1986, 1989, 1990, 2001, 2007, 2010. Everything in the quiz happened or is based on something that happened this date, June 27th, 86, 89, 90, 2001, 2007, 2010.
Going 2001.
2001.
Let's
Who,
go.
on this date, became the first high school player selected with the overall first pick in the NBA draft. 2001. The first high school player selected with the overall first pick.
Wow, why am I blanking on this?
The NBA draft.
2001. First high school player drafted number one.
And Tyson Chandler and Eddie Curry went 2 and 3. Like,
I know this.
Yeah.
why am I blanking on number one? Yeah.
Huh. You have no answer? Guess?
Hold on. Slow
Come
down,
on, big
folks.
fella. Come
Slow
on.
down, folks. Slow down, folks. Why am I blanking on this?
We have to give him a little more time because he gave you a victory Monday when you didn't even play.
Give him time.
All right.
Dude, I cannot remember who 2001 number one
Blurt
draft
something
pick.
out. Maybe it'll come to you as you blurt it out.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm just going down. KD. Garnett was 95.
Come on, Jay.
I got to talk it out, man. I got to talk. Why am I blanking on
we
this?
running out of
Hold on.
time.
KMOUOP. Gosh, why am I blanking on Tyson Chandler and Eddie Curry?
You
Come on,
reach, I
big fella.
teach.
Just name one.
Sorry, I can't.
Yeah, you got to slow down over there.
Dude, it's been a
I
minute.
gotta wave it off.
Dwight Howard. I don't know.
No. Tell him.
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
And Kwame would cuss me out for not knowing
Yeah,
that too.
you're
He'd be
supposed to
like,
know that, Jay.
I am.
Wasn't a great pick. Kyle Draper has the lead, and you're up.
How I know 2 and 3, but I can't remember one.
I know, right? Oh, man. All right. What we got? Oh, what's
86, 89, 90.
86.
1986.
I'm starting to fuse some Back to the Future. For you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Robbie Thompson. This is the closest to. Do you want him to go first?
Him first.
All
yes.
right. Robbie Thompson of the Giants sets a record.
Second baseman.
For most times caught stealing in one game. Most times caught stealing in one game. With how many?
3.
Drapes?
4.
4 is right.
I started to say 4.
Jay. Yes. 2-0.
Robbie, why is Robbie Thompson sent 3 times in a game?
I know, right?
How many hit and runs did someone miss?
Remember the hit and run? Boy, you don't see
Got
that
a hit
anymore.
and run. Yep.
All right, Jay, you're down 2-0.
Dang, I
Still
forgot.
time. 89, 90, 07, and 2010.
2010.
2010. This is another closest to. Do you want to go first?
No, Drape's got to go first.
He's
All right.
about strategy.
Yeah, right,
This
baby.
is right up your alley. Drapes, Philly question.
Yep.
2010, Jamie Moyer wins a game for the Phillies, but in the process, sets a new record for most career home runs allowed by a pitcher. With how many? Career.
I remember
career home runs.
Career home runs allowed
So
by
not
a
like
pitcher.
a single game.
Not
You're
a
talking
game,
for
not a
his career.
season, not a game.
This is tough, dude. Oh, my God.
Career.
This is really hard. This is a tough
What's
question.
closest to?
200.
200, Jay?
201 because it's like 250, 270 or something.
506.
Dude, I had to Jay, you got lucky on that
500?
506.
Dang.
Dang, that's crazy.
Jamie Moore, boy, the thumber. He was a thumber.
He was. He was. He threw very slow for
Yeah,
a
he
very
did.
long
Especially
time.
at the end. Why was he continuously getting deals?
Damn. Jay, you got lucky on that.
All right, come on. Here we
Yeah,
go.
but he's got him back in the game.
07, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
up.
but actually it's Drape's turn, right? Because you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So Drapes, you're up 2-1, but you're up here 89, 90, and 07.
07.
This Philly became the fastest player to hit 100 career homers, reaching
Ryan Hollins.
That,
Ryan
Howard.
me.
No, Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard.
No,
That's me.
No. Come on, fellas.
Slow down. You got to slow down.
I know. Jay, you knew I knew that. Half a point. Can I get half a point? Half a point? Half a point.
You already
Half
no,
a point.
No,
You know I knew that, though.
He's already on the
I knew that. Say it. I knew that.
You said Ryan Hollins. That's a basketball player,
I know,
baby.
I was-
Indiana. Ryan Hollins.
Oh,
Yes,
that's messed up.
Indiana.
Yes, wait,
That's
not
messed
right.
up. That's messed up. I see how y'all doing me. It's 2 against 1 out here. I'm like Drake,
You
20
said-
against 1.
You said no.
But you allow me.
you.
I can correct myself, right? I said Ryan Howard.
You're saying that this is American
get-
Airlines. You can't transfer
You only
tickets.
get one guess.
That's terror.
yeah.
You making up rules as we go.
I mean, this was a Philly question.
I know, I
and
just
it's
had
a
a-
cupcake.
You
I had
blew
a
it.
brain fart.
Oh man, we're almost up against
Where we
it
at?
here.
2-2?
2-2. Jay,
Only year
89
left?
or 1990?
90.
1990. Jose is closest to. You want to go first?
Oh my God.
And I think this has got to be it.
Drake's got to go
This is
first.
terrible. This has got to be it.
Yep, Drake's got to go first.
Jose Canseco signs a contract with the A's worth a then record. How many millions of dollars per season?
What
year was this? Season.
1990.
Ooh, 1990.
And I'll just tell you, it's
Per
like
season.
a decimal.
Yeah.
So to the nearest decimal, you guess whatever. Jose Canseco with the contract with the A's at that time, 1990, a then record how many millions of dollars per year? This date, 1990.
16
16
per year.
16?
I have no idea.
Jay?
Way under that. It was 10.5.
4.7.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was way under that.
Yes.
4 point what?
We got time.
4.7.
We got time.
No, at
We got-
56, we got to go.
Oh,
What a dramatic win.
that's
Controversial.
terrible. I'm boycotting. I'm not doing it tomorrow.
We'll
I'm
review.
boycotting.
We'll
It's you
review.
versus Simone tomorrow.
It's under review. Yeah, we've got golf to go up next. Thanks for being with us. Talk to you tomorrow on Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive.